Danganronpa Spoilercast.
Hello, my name is Alfredo, and this is the Danganronpa 2 Spoilercast. We're gonna spoil Chapter 1 of Danganronpa 2 because my co-host here, Daniel, has yet to finish an entirety of Danganronpa 2 and has only finished the first chapter of the game. So, let's start, I guess, with talking about Danganronpa 2.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. Well, I guess we'll start off with the prologue, right? Do you remember what happens in the prologue?
Yeah, I know. Remember, it's just like kind of like in the first one. You know, they're in the classroom and they're all just kind of like, "What's going on?" You know, and it's just so weird how it just opens up and this is like, bam, we're on an island. We're not really in the classroom.
How much of Danganronpa 1 did you play?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't really played the game. I watched the anime, the entirety of the anime.
Yeah.
And so that's what got me into looking into the games.
I still think it's fair to play the sequel after watching, even though the anime was pretty not very good compared to the game. It still gets you up to speed on the characters and the story of the game. So I think it's fair. Though there will be some things in Danganronpa 2, the game, that might reference parts of Danganronpa the game, but you'll know who the characters are. You know who Makoto is and all that shit. So.
Yes, yeah. I mean, the characters, that's the thing about Danganronpa that attracted me to the series and what kept me, you know, interested and even wanting to get into the games was the characters themselves. That's what it focuses on, and that's what makes it intriguing when you have a character that you like, but you don't know if you should like them, you know, you get too close to them because any of them could go.
Yep.
It's unpredictable.
Yep.
And I like that about the series, and it's like, and some of the simplest plots will turn into a twist you don't expect, and that's what I appreciate about it.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to get to some of those later.
Of course.
So, yeah, you said, okay, we'll start off with the characters, because the prologue is all about introducing you to the protagonist, Hajime Hinata, and his other classmates. I think there are like 16 of them in total or something like that.
I believe there's 16.
So, let's start off with what you think of Hajime.
Hajime.
Johnny Young Bosch. You're playing in English, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Well, you know, being that, you know, I haven't played the first game, but, you know, I've watched the, you know, the anime to the first one. The main characters themselves have a vibe similar to what I felt from the first series.
Really?
Yeah. You know, the main characters just like, they seem like the straight edge, you know.
Straight edge. CM Punk's in this game now?
Yeah, of course. No, they just seem to have their head on straight. You know, like they seem like the stable characters that all this wackiness is going to surround, and you just don't know what's going to happen, and it feels like they're the people that will be attached to for everything that's going around, and I get that from the Hajime as much as I did from the lucky student from the first
Makoto.
Makoto, and I kind of get that he's kind of got that like stability, and that's
they're like the main character is always like you the player are you know viewing the world through the eyes of this character, so that's
exactly.
The similarity. So you know the similarities to Hajime and Makoto are they're both protagonists,
right?
But outside of that, I think they're very different characters. For one, I think Hajime is cool. I think Makoto sucks. So,
well, what is it about Makoto you didn't like?
Oh, he's all like...
Is he too whiny, kind
of?
Well,
like, again, I played the first game in English.
Yeah, okay.
And I liked it for the most part. Makoto's voice sucked, though. It's really dumb, really crappy. He's like...
well, it's hard to compete against Johnny Young Bosch.
Giri, what are you doing? Are you investigating crime? I'm Makoto. I'm dumb. I wear a stupid hoodie.
Well, to confirm, just not, you know, to put... my aspect of like an anime out there. I did watch it in the Japanese language.
Well, yeah, because there is no dub, unfortunately.
Okay, just making sure that's established.
But okay, ignoring the voice acting, whatever.
Okay.
I thought Makoto was just like he was too perfect. He was all like, "Hey, I'm the good guy. I'm the like." Throughout Danganronpa 1, I was really hoping that Makoto would kill somebody. Oh yeah. By the way, there's been spoilers for Danganronpa 1. Because this is about Danganronpa 2 also.
There are deaths.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about this. So, yeah, spoilers. Makoto does not kill anyone in Danganronpa 1.
In fact, more spoilers. I really feel like there's going to be a tie to the second game with that, but like I said, I haven't finished the game, so
we'll get to that character.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I can't say 100% sure I'm on the same page as you because I haven't finished the game. I haven't played the first game completely.
No, I'm only talking about the prologue.
Well, yeah, from the prologue, I mean, I just get the, it's the goody two-shoe vibe, It's like...
Is he a goody two-shoes, though?
But that's the thing. That's what makes me interested, because I want to know. Like,
yeah.
Because, once again, in a minute, we'll go over this character, but there's another character I thought was a goody two-shoe, and I'm already...
Okay, hold on. Again, like I said, I know who you're talking about. We'll get to him. We'll save that guy for last.
Okay, we'll save that for last. But yeah, if I had to go back and put more thoughts on it, now that hearing it from you, yeah, I can kind of see that. Like it's been a while since I have seen the first Danganronpa, and I can admit that the second character, maybe it's just because in the anime, you see the character visually all the time. You see, what he does, hand gestures, facial.
Yeah.
In the game, your main character,
first person.
Yeah, it's first person. You don't really get the intimate view of the character as much. Like it's through the eyes of the character for the most part, and you don't really.
You get his inner monologue though.
You get his inner monologue, but you don't really get to see the way he gestures and everything until you get to the trials, and that's when the character really stands out.
That's from most characters too, because that's always fully voice acted and stuff, and they're great.
I mean, maybe that's why I got that impression because I haven't had the time to develop that since it's through my. I feel like it's through my eyes.
Yeah.
It's which is what a main character should do, and so it's kind of like you watch the silent protagonists in these games and things. It's like it's supposed to be through your eyes. So until I got to the trial, I didn't really feel that emotion. I guess I did from Makoto from the first one because I watched the anime.
Right.
So
we'll get to the trial,
yeah.
But more on Hajime. So like Makoto, you knew his super skill or whatever for Host Peak Academy. He was recruited as the ultimate lucky student.
Yes, the lucky student.
He won the lottery or whatever.
Yes.
Hajime, on the other hand. He doesn't remember.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Remember. He's like Kirigiri from the first one. Kirigiri probably knew. I don't know. Hers really fucking obvious.
Well, yeah.
I'm really good detective, guys. Oh wow, I had no idea.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what is interesting to me in wanting to finish the second game is. Yeah, the first one it felt more obvious to me. Yeah, with Kirigiri, but Kirigiri, I grew to like that character.
Well, Kirigiri's the best character. Well,
yeah,
aside from Sakura, but.
Well, yeah, Sakura's great, but a part of me thought I wouldn't like Kirigiri at first, but like she grew on me really fast, and even though that was obvious about
She's
her,
a super bitch though. which is awesome because she was willing to kill Makoto. Guess what? Makoto fucking sucks. So good job, Kirigiri. Get rid of that jerk.
Yeah, Kirigiri was a badass. I can't take that away from her.
Yeah. I mean, we just watched her, go wrestle Stardust.
Doggin Wrestling, go watch it on
go watch Doggin
Wrestling.
Dogginwrestling.tumblr.com. Check it out. Anyway,
check it out.
So what do you think is up with Hajime and his mysterious super high school level talent or whatever? Ultimate talent.
So it's unknown what his is, and obviously I can't say it's the lucky student again. At least I wanted to think that at first, but someone else already has that title. But then again, like I said, there's twists in this series. So I wouldn't be shocked if it's like, actually, that student's not this, and this student is this. I wouldn't be shocked.
He's the ultimate protagonist because he's better than Makoto.
Yeah, to me right now, he's just like the lucky
ultimate Johnny Young Bosch.
He's
actually Nero, son of Virgil.
Yeah, sure. If I had to guess of a lucky ultimate what he is, oh my gosh,
ultimate antenna head.
Yeah, he's got some interesting
ultimate
hair,
tie,
right?
Stupid tie.
Obviously he's not Kane the businessman, so
corporate
he's not
Kane.
the ultimate corporate man.
We're gonna have lots of wrestling references apparently, so yeah, he's not ultimate.
Well, the corporate guy goes to someone else, but we'll mention that in a minute because he kind of had that.
Maybe
there's some corporation mojo going on.
Anything else you want to say about Hajime before we move on to another character?
God, he needs to eat a little. He's pretty skinny.
To eat a little. Most of them are really skinny.
Yeah, he needs some meat on the bones.
Okay. Meat on the bone, huh?
Yeah, meat on the bone. Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
But yeah, I guess that's about it, and I guess we'll move on to the next character.
Okay. I'm gonna stop this in case it crashes.
Okay.
Okay, I hit play again. So now we're going to move on to the next character.
Who are we talking about?
We're going to skip Nagito for now.
I'm okay with that.
Chiaki is next on the list. Ultimate Gamer.
Oh,
what do you think of Chiaki Nanami?
Okay. I had mixed opinions about this character, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
Obviously...
You gotta be careful what you say, man.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, obviously being, a big gamer myself and, yourself as well.
I don't believe it. I don't like the term gamer. Gamer's a dumb name.
Okay, I'm
a video game player.
A
fan of video games.
Enthusiast.
Yes,
so let's just say I like enthusiast.
I like
that
video
sounds
games.
Good. Okay. But since she gets that title of Ultimate Gamer in this, obviously, there you go. There's a red flag right there. But no, obviously being an enthusiast, as I should say.
Sure.
I want to call it an Ultimate Gamer enthusiast now or something.
Well, let's call it Ultimate Gamer because it's the game calls her. But just have everyone know that I hate the term gamer. It's
okay, I'm okay with that. I agree with him on that one.
Anyway.
But... obviously, I wanted to be attracted to this character.
Whoa, what does that mean?
Well, not physically, but the mental aspect.
Waifu war. We'll save waifu wars till the end after you beat the game.
Wars? Okay, we'll save that because there's obviously going to be one of those. Okay. I am an anime fan. And there's always going to be the characters you have the attraction to, I suppose. But
Sakura is the best.
Sakura is awesome. Okay. Once again, we'll establish that over and over. I'm sure. But no, just their whole interest, you wanna be attached to that because it feels like the series is reaching out to different, subgroups. And
I don't know about that.
I feel like
it seems like I think it knows exactly the audience it wants because, visual novel players are a very specific group of players.
Yeah.
Like. I was surprised when I heard that Josh Gibbons, whatever his name is, whatever on Facebook, the guy who won the casting tournament.
Oh yeah.
He told me he downloaded Danganronpa. I was like, "What? Really? I didn't. Well, he likes Catherine.
Well,
that's sort of
like illegally or like illegal.
No, you have to buy it. He has a Vita.
Okay.
He plays Binding of Isaac. You can't pirate stuff on the Vita yet.
Making sure.
It doesn't matter. But anyway. Yeah, he downloaded Danganronpa. I was like, well, that's weird. I wouldn't expect him to like Danganronpa. We'll see if he plays it. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we'll get him on the podcast sometime.
Okay,
but
sounds
anyway,
good.
I think most of these are... Spike Chunsoft, the developers, they know who they're making the games for. They know the people who are going to play this game. They're fucking nerds. So someone like Chiaki, the ultimate gamer, she's got big boobs or whatever, and she's, I like arcades, video games... Yeah, it's
Okay,
they know people. They made her specifically because they know the nerds are gonna go crazy for her.
Okay, look. It's kind of like you don't like the term gamer. Sometimes I think the term nerd is also kind of like misused in a way too.
I love using the nerds. I love saying nerds. It's really funny.
Look. I actually take no offense to being called nerd because I feel like that's what I
shouldn't.
am.
No one should be take offense. I only use nerd disparagingly because I think it's funny, and actual nerds get mad about it. Haha.
Well, I'm not mad, so we'll go on with that. But no, it's funny me being the anime enthusiast. Apparently, I'm the game enthusiast or whatever.
Sure.
That it's funny you say that because you're like I just mentioned not even like a few minutes ago like well, of course I'm going to like waifus, which is a stereotype, which I shouldn't say that. But it's funny you say obviously
careful what you say on this podcast.
They know who their audience is because she has big boobs. I didn't even think about that until you said
she does.
I didn't even
look
think.
at it, it's like coming out of her clothing.
Well,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with big boobs.
No, there's
but
not.
These are fictional characters, and they're created specifically in a certain way. They specifically gave her big boobs. She didn't grow those naturally because she's a fictional character.
Well, I didn't even think about that till now. In
fact, you got the art book in your hand right there.
It's in my hand, but I'm just not. I just didn't even think about it. I'm looking at it and I don't see that. Maybe it's just me. And I watched too much stereotype again, where there's like more down. But there was another character I was thinking.
No, in this picture, you can't really tell.
Yeah, maybe that's one.
In her sprite.
In her sprite, yeah. But
also, there's other parts in the game.
But I was thinking of another character specifically, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
But
that's not the same thing.
But anyway, we're off topic on that one.
Tell me about Chiaki. What do you like? What do you like or don't like about her?
Okay, well, like I said, I wanted to initially like her the most because, hey, gamer. That's what I feel I'm part of a group of, and obviously, like you said, it feels like it's catering to a certain audience, and bam, there is the perfect example right there. So obviously, I wanted to, when I had a chance to, go out on these little dates or whatever you want to call them with the characters, get to know them better. Obviously, that was one of the characters. I was like, okay, I before I even started getting into the game, I was like, I said to myself, this is who I'm gonna, get close with. I want to get to know another gamer.
You're gonna do the free time events with her, yeah.
However, just based on what little I've played of the game, I surprisingly find myself not trying to go spend my free time with her. Because there were other characters that actually caught my interest way more.
Awesome.
Don't
name them yet.
I won't name them yet. But to be honest with you, I was shocked because her personality left something for me to be desired. And I felt like that stereotype that she was representing, it was a bad representation. And I didn't want to really, be a part of that. I guess I was like, well, let me find
That's
something
very
else.
interesting.
And I know it's weird coming from me.
Well, yeah, okay.
That's how I felt, and that's the truth. I mean, maybe I still want to look into her character more, and I'm hoping as the game progresses, maybe I'll find more interest. But as of the beginning, I'm not so much, surprisingly.
I'm gonna make a note about this.
Okay.
Daniel's thoughts about Chiaki at the beginning of the game. Okay.
I do like her hoodie, though.
Chiaki, her hoodie? It's like a cat or something.
It's a little cat,
Her backpack sucks, though. Whatever.
Of course, they had to give her the cute anime thing, whatever.
Have you been in her room?
Once. I was in there once.
Because everyone's room is different.
Yeah, I know
she had like video game console
arcade
shit
or whatever she had in there, yeah.
Wait, so what did you say about Chiaki? She's like weird or something?
Well, her personality left me something to be desired.
Okay.
It was just I don't know. It's a little downplayed right now.
Okay, sure. I'll figure out something about that.
Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, what I think about Chiaki is, obviously she's catering towards nerds that are playing this game because she's Ultimate Gamer. Whatever. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I mean, I like video games too, and people that like video games, and she's all, I like how she referenced weird. I can't name any off the top of my head because it's been a long time since I played it. Mm-hmm. But she would name drop weird, obscure type games and shit. That's cool. By name, actual video games.
That is cool.
I don't remember which they were. Maybe it was. I mean, it wasn't Deadly Premonition. If she had talked about Deadly Premonition, I would love her forever.
Right there, instantly.
See, Spike Chunks off next game. Talk about Deadly Premonition. I love all the characters.
There you go.
I don't know. She's sleeping all the time. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sleepy. Who cares?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She felt like the stereotype, and I was just I don't know if I'm into that right now.
Is she...
I watch a lot of anime where it's like that,
I don't remember what she... Does she do much in the trial? I forget.
She actually does play a big part in helping getting them going. There is that one part.
All right. Okay, because she seems to be the stand-in for Kirigiri in this game.
I can see that. Yeah, now that I think about it.
Kirigiri is way better. But, sure, Chiaki, whatever.
Sure.
People like her. She was okay, whatever.
She's okay. I'm indifferent about it right now. I'll just say it like that.
All right. Next character. Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu. Mr. Yakuza. Okay. The guy who looks like Agent York from Deadly Premonition.
I think it's going to be be a girl.
What? You think Fuyuhiko's a girl, huh?
I don't know.
You were all weirded out by what's her name from Danganronpa 1?
Who?
The alter ego girl.
Oh,
what was her name? Chihiro.
Yes.
You were all weird about it then. Now you're thinking
no.
You think they're gonna do it again?
No, I don't. No, it's just okay. The character comes across as trying too hard and
to be badass.
To be a badass.
Like Roman Reigns.
I'll take your word for it on that one. But no, there seems to be a feminine side. Maybe I'm looking at that wrong.
I don't know. Sure.
But through the course of the prologue and chapter, this trying to be a badass kind of deal, it's just it seems real sensitive, and it's it feels like there's something that's being hidden there. Mm-hmm. And I obviously I'm just talking out my ear about what
I'm not going to hold anything against you for getting anything wrong.
Right, but
when it turns out Fuyuhiko is actually Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
he does
absolutely.
Thing, does Superman punch Monokuma, and he goes raw, and John Cena comes out, and it's hey, anyway.
Well, obviously that character gives this game a big part of the M rating. I don't think I've heard so many F-bombs from a character yet. That's interesting.
I think his voice actor is really good, actually.
Actually, yeah, the character seems to have a lot of enthusiasm behind. What he's saying, and I like that.
The thing about you talking about him trying too hard to be a badass, that's reflected in his character design, and it's just goes for a lot of characters in Danganronpa, especially in Danganronpa 2, where their designs are, They look like they would be a certain type of character, but they're actually not that kind of character.
Right.
Like you see Fuyuhiko, he looks like a little baby. He's like a cute baby, not like Brock Lesnar baby, but. He's like, he's got a baby face, and he's so cute. So he has to make up for his cuteness by being all hard ass and saying curse words and shit. I'll kill you, dog.
It's like those little puppies that yip at you, and you're like,
what? I don't remember no puppies cursing at me, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's some terriers out there, but no.
Terriers? Okay.
The bark is bigger than its bite. I guess that's the saying.
Sure, you can say that for now.
That's kind of what I was about to come across.
It's saying, like a lot of the. we'll get to the other characters. I keep
course,
saying
of
that.
course.
Obviously, we're gonna get to those
Obviously,
characters.
obviously.
But like you know, their designs make you think a certain way about that character before you meet them. Then the prologue is all about introducing you to those characters. Like
Right,
you
right.
see the characters intro, you see what they look like. And you're like, oh, I can make assumptions about, oh, this guy who looks like Agent York, he's probably gonna be cool.
Right.
No, he's huge dick. He's a dick. Well, Agent York was a dick too, but he's not a huge asshole. Like,
Isn't a dick another term for an agent anyway? So doesn't that kind
sure,
of make
yeah,
sense?
there you go. It's like a detective. I guess Kirigiri is kind of a dick too.
There you go.
So
Now,
based on what I'm saying, turns out Fuyuhiko takes off his mask against Kirigiri.
okay.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Woo.
Spoilers. Sorry. All right.
Yeah,
You're right. He was a girl.
But I guess if I had to, wrap up the character, it's obvious that there's more to this character than meets the eye.
Uh-huh.
Transformers. Woo.
Oh, it's Transformers.
But no, I get the sense that this character might play an important role more so than I think.
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping that this character will actually last longer into the game than I'm thinking, because I can't help but think that this character will be a sacrificial character for some reason.
Okay.
Because it feels like this character's intentions are good despite the hard, exterior that's being, that's there.
Yeah.
And I can't help but feel like this person must be closer with the cast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the intentions are there, and I think something's going to be played into the story with that.
Okay. Of course. This is a visual novel. You're only first chapter.
Yep.
Many things can happen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say about Fuyuhiko?
Didn't really originally think I would like the character, but surprisingly, just like, in the first Danganronpa, this is the character I think that grew on me quickly. Very quickly, and I'm looking forward to knowing more.
I freaking hated Fuyuhiko at first.
Yeah, okay.
But,
Yeah.
I actually, he's probably one of my favorite characters now.
Really? Okay.
And we'll see if your experience reflects mine.
I hope so.
All right, I'm gonna hit stop again to
Okay.
make sure it doesn't crash. Be right back. Hey, welcome back to Danganronpa Spoilercast. I'm taking a lot of breaks here because this is my first time recording a podcast in a long time, and I don't want Audacity. I'm using Audacity to crash while we're recording this. All right, so we talked about Hajime, Chiaki, and Fuyuhiko. Next is Ibuki Mioda.
Yep.
Ibuki, I did not expect to like this character. I thought this character was going to be crappy. I thought it was going to be another pandering. Like, look at her. She's cool looking. She's, hardcore.
Right.
I thought she was going to be, like, I don't know, the next Junko or something.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, but at the same time, I felt like Junko's character was just, spoilers, just in case anybody gets this point. She was the obviously sexualized character, and, with Ibuki...
Obviously not that, no.
Huh?
Ibuki's not that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Junko...
I'm just saying on them being, like, cool looking.
Cool, yeah. Well, I mean, Junko was the the fashion queen. She was. That's what
Ibuki's
girls,
pretty
they like
fashionable
the
in her
fashion.
own way,
She's
too.
fashionable in her own way. But the thing about Ibuki is, I like what they did with her character so far. Like, you think you know the character, but she'll throw you for a loop with some of her humor and stuff, and I like that about her. It's just like she feels spastic and just, but at the same time reliable with her knowledge and information, even though she doesn't seem to know it or think it herself. It's like she's oblivious to to some of the things she's helping with, but when she does well, I love the seeing her happy with her accomplishments. She's a lovable character, and that's why I like her. I went into it thinking I would like her anyway. Same thing, with being the ultimate gamer character, being an ultimate musician. Me being into big into rock music and obviously owning a ton of CDs. Yeah. I was like, I think I'm gonna like this character anyway. But at first, I was kind of like, well, she seems a little ditzy, maybe a little airheaded, maybe. And I was like, well, maybe this character is gonna end up being terribly written. Maybe she's not going to do anything right. She's going to be a klutz. There's going to be some catch to this character. She's not going to be that cool. But after ending the first chapter, I actually found her to be a very useful and needful character to the cast. I like that.
Okay, see, for me, again, we're going to talk about character design here.
Okay.
when I first saw her character design, I thought she looked really cool. And whenever someone looks like really cool, I don't think they're going to be written well or something.
Okay.
Like I don't know why I think that way. I thought she looked like all hardcore and shit. And
right.
Like, dude, I'm a rocker. I'm ultimate musician, whatever. So I thought she was going to be like one of those hipster people who like takes their acoustic guitar to apart and starts playing music. And
one of those people.
Yeah, because that's her title, and that's her design. Was she's all rocky and like like goth, whatever. I don't know anything about. But again, Danganronpa subverts your expectations.
Exactly.
She is not super hardcore.
No.
She is fucking SpongeBob SquarePants.
There you go.
That is who Ibuki is, and I love it.
Yes.
She's like you said, she's kind of an airhead, but she's smart too.
Right.
She like just does a bunch of weird non sequiturs like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
She's kind of an idiot, but she's also smart, and she's SpongeBob SquarePants.
Exactly.
She's LOL random, but not in an overbearing type of way. And I was really surprised that I liked her character. Because I normally hate, oh my gosh, she's so random, isn't that funny? But no, she's pretty funny. I like her.
I actually find her very adorable, and if they kill her off, I'll be sad. I think she brings a lot of liveliness and fun to the game, and I love that.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her. Ibuki's cool.
She's not the person she looked to be in the artwork I got. I saw that she was fun and fashionable, but I thought she'd end up being like, I don't know, just this hardcore, screaming, just angry person the way she looked to me. But she's actually carefree, and I like that. That's something different.
Yep. Yeah, again, it's all about subverting your expectations.
And the horns. I like the horns.
She has weird hair horns.
I don't know what's up with that, but it's different.
It's cool looking.
It's cool, I guess.
Whatever. She's a musician.
Yeah.
She got
lots of colors.
She got like pantyhose. She's like Jeff Hardy. Got pantyhose on her arms. Hopefully
takes off her mask.
I mean, she's crazy, but hopefully she doesn't do as many drugs as Jeff Hardy.
She's the leader of the group, I guess.
I didn't watch wrestling back then.
Hey, she kind of had the thing as Jeff. She tried to copy him. She had that stuff going.
Okay,
that's another story for another day.
Sure. Well, on our wrestling podcast, so we talk about Lita. Anyway, so anything else you want to say about Ibuki before we move on?
No, I think we pretty much covered. I think we'll be broken record if we keep going with that one.
Right.
So.
Next up is Kazuichi Soda,
Soda.
Kyle Hebert's character.
Yes.
The mechanic with the razor-sharp teeth.
Okay.
Can I start?
You start.
I fucking hate Kazuichi.
Okay.
He sucks.
Why is it that we agree on that one?
I don't know.
That I did not expect you to say that.
I don't remember where in the game. Is he a pervert yet, or what?
No, not really.
Okay,
not from what I got.
I can't say anything.
There's another character that has that title right now.
Well, yeah. I know who you're talking about there. But Kazuichi eventually becomes the pervert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of get that vibe from him a little bit because I believe it's another character we're going to talk about. Nevermind, Sonia Nevermind.
Yeah, what about her?
He seems to have a thing for her.
Oh, yeah,
he's always gargling at the mouth.
That continues.
Okay,
and it gets to pervy levels, but I won't spoil any of that stuff.
Yeah, don't spoil. But no, I'm actually. I know it's weird coming from me, but I actually didn't think you would end up just hating the character. I thought maybe you'd be like, he's all right.
No, he sucks.
You're just outright like. And you know what's funny is when I saw his character design, I thought initially I was going to hate him.
Yeah.
Just based on his design, like he just seemed like he'd be the whiny, unprecedented character you don't want there.
I didn't think that. It's like Kazuichi's design with his really razor-sharp teeth and stuff like that.
Teeth, no.
He looked like what Fuyuhiko should have looked like, the Yakuza boss or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But again, character design doesn't mean anything in Danganronpa games because he's not that guy. He's just he freaks out all the time and shit. His scream is pretty good. Good job, Caliber.
Yes, that is good. He just, I don't know, he just kind of seems like the character that's thrown into the group. Because, he doesn't want to be there, obviously. Yeah. He's a scaredy cat, and, it's like, who needs an ultimate mechanic in the school?
Who needs an ultimate lucky student? Who needs an ultimate Yakuza? It's just doing to study. Oh, he's really good at mechanics. I guess he could build. I don't know, a dog.
Okay,
now I don't know why.
He might. But I hate to say this. I haven't finished the game. You have, but he just seems like the character that's going to last forever. And you're like, why? But he's going to be the one to save them all. I bet, or something like that. We'll fix the plane. We're getting out of here, or something, guys. I don't know.
That guy sucks.
That's just my prediction. I don't like his long hair.
Let me see the art.
Yeah, check out the art.
So I can remember what he looks like.
Look at him. He's got a beanie, pink hair, green
Which
suit.
page is he on? God damn. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
His jumpsuit's pretty cool looking. He's got pink hair. That's pretty cool.
But, I like the last name. I remember him. Soda. I mean, that's cool, I guess. That's probably I hate to say it when a character's name is the best thing about him, but...
I mean, his character design's cool, but his actual character is poopy pants.
He just seems really flawed.
He sucks. Anyway. Yeah, anything else you want to say about Kazuichi?
No, I'm done with that guy. Let's go.
All right. Let's move on to one of my favorite characters. Again, very surprising for me that I like this character. Gundham Tanaka.
Once again, we're 2 for 2, back to back. I agree.
Did you expect to like him, though? I didn't.
I did not, no. In fact, when I got the first line from him about this weird, just golly nonsense he's talking about with destruction or whatnot it was, I was like, this character's going to drive me bonkers. I was prepared to dislike that character after the prologue. I really was. Even though I liked his design, it was weird.
Well, that's why I didn't like him at first. He
reminded me of like some kind of like a ninja. Or something.
Again, I'll say my part after you're done.
But as soon as the prologue ended and we got into the meat of the game in Chapter 1, I was surprised how much I was ready to laugh at this nonsense he was about to spout. And
great.
It was great. Like, the lines are memorable. It feels like something I can quote.
Yeah.
And the divas, like, oh my gosh, the divas of destruction, so good. Nice quip to the character.
Again, it's the whole, you think the character is a certain way because you look at him, he's like, oh, this is some badass ninja. He just loves animals.
Yeah, he comes across as like he is the badass too, kind of like we just did with, the Yakuza character. He is not that way. He makes him, the ultimate breeder, more of a badass than he should be. Yeah. But I didn't expect that when I had the art book. I originally read about the character and I was like, ultimate breeder, this character is going to be lame. Oh my god, he took what it said and took it to a whole nother level.
He just takes the mundane, and with his prose, it sounds like the most badass thing in the world.
Exactly.
When he gets stuck and talking about hamsters.
I never thought I would be intrigued by hamsters.
This dude loves animals. He probably loves alpacas too, man. That's cool. I'm into that. But again, I was not expecting to like him. You know why? Because he looks like a ninja. Fuck ninjas. That's stupid. Like, okay, when I first heard about Gundam, it was at Anime Fest, which convention. Yeah. At the convention, I went to a Danganronpa shoot where I almost got spoiled because there are a billion Danganronpa 2 cosplayers, even though the game hadn't come out in America yet.
Right.
And one of them was like, you should cosplay Gundam. I was like, I don't know who that is. And he's like, oh, he's like a ninja. I'm like, fuck that. No, ninja's stupid.
Well, maybe I'm shocked because you cosplayed as a take on Orin from Final Fantasy X.
That was funny though.
And for some reason, Gundam's design kind of reminds me of that design, just based on how he's got
sunglasses though.
Well, he does have sunglasses, but just based on the weird hair and the way he's got his cloak up high next to his mouth and stuff, I kind of got that vibe from that character, and I'm like, wow, just hearing that, you didn't like his character design. But now that you mention it, he does look more anime, I guess you could say.
I liked it how they subverted that, saying, oh, he looks like a badass, he tries so hard to be badass, but he's really just trying to hide the fact that he just loves animals. He loves adorable animals. He gets little hamsters like coming out and hanging out whenever before Dark Davis of Destruction. It's cool. I like him. I like Gundam a lot. He speaks in hyperbole. It's great. He tries so hard. He does. And I don't like tryhards, but it's adorable with Gundam.
Yes, I agree. I think we've covered him pretty well. But
Gundam Tanaka is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that's agreed.
It's weird that they changed his name in English, though. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
In Japanese, his name is just Gundam, like the Gundam. Yeah. And in the English American translation, or whatever, English translation, they added an H to it.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was kind of odd. I was like, am I supposed to say Gundam or But obviously, once again, anime fan, I was attracted to the name though. I was like, Gundam. Okay, I can remember this character.
I thought he was to be a robot.
You can find out I'm really a robot. It's Persona 3. Yeah. It's throwing robot people.
Stupid robots. Anyway. So I guess they added the H to make it so they wouldn't have to confuse people or
maybe
get in trouble.
Copyright.
Yeah, legally with Gundam people. Who cares? This guy's way cooler than a Gundam.
Yeah, he's cool. Let's put him in the show. Let's go.
All right, go watch Doggone Wrestling. You see Gundam in action with the Dark Davis of Destruction. Anyway, all right, break time. Stop right now. Okay, we're back for Danganronpa 2 Spoilercast. We're going through the characters right now.
Yep.
Next up is Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny.
That's a mouthful.
Remember that guy from Danganronpa 1?
Oh, man, let me tell you. I don't remember him quite the same, though.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that.
Guy with a huge fucking asshole.
Yes. And to be honest with you, I did not like him in Danganronpa at all.
Me either. Fuck that guy.
I know.
Wish he had died.
I know.
100 times. And I bet Spike Chunsoft knows that we wish he had died.
Yes.
Because fuck Byakuya.
Well, welcome
But
to Danganronpa 2.
Yeah, Byakuya Togami and Danganronpa. He's here for some reason. Yep. I don't know.
Yep. But
I mean, I know why, but you don't know why.
I don't know why, but so far I see
fat.
something different. Yes, he is fat. Complete 360, not only in his visual representation, but a 360 in the personality department too, I might say.
Yeah, Byakuya kind of doesn't suck anymore. Weird.
Kind of, sorta, yeah. That is weird. And guess what? Once again, seeing that who the character was, I'm like, I'm going to hate this character.
Yep.
And even more now because he looks like he's just an asshole.
Yeah, he's going to be super bitter because he somehow got fat after Danganronpa 1. He found a bunch of donuts or something. I don't know.
Exactly. I thought he was going to be even worse than the first one, to be honest with you.
But guess what? This guy actually turns out to be pretty cool.
He's alright. He's alright.
Byakuya Togami in Danganronpa 1. He wanted to be leader. He thought he was entitled to be leader, and he fucking sucked at being leader.
Yes, he did.
He sucked so much that Makoto, that dumb piece of shit, staged him up and was a better leader or whatever.
There you
than
go.
Fucking
there you go.
Glasses-wearing asshole Byakuya Togami.
But center stage would be his. Because he has taken the reins, and
Roman Reigns.
Really? Yeah, Roman Reigns. Really like the reign he's taken.
Yeah, he actually does a good job of leader of the group in Danganronpa 1.
Yes, he does.
Danganronpa 1. Danganronpa 2.
Let's establish that now. He does not do so well in the first one.
It's crazy. But again, in Danganronpa, all about subverting your freaking expectations. You expect to hate this guy. You expect him to be an asshole because he's literally the same character.
Yes.
But he's not the same character because he acts differently. And he's cool. And then he's like, oh man, we're with Byakuya as leader. He's doing all these things to ensure our safety. Right. No one's gonna fucking die, but then fucking Byakuya gets murked.
Yep.
And you feel bad about it.
Oh,
and if this happened in Danganronpa 1, we would be rejoicing.
Probably so.
Yes, Byakuya.
But let me stop you right there and say, this is why I like Danganronpa.
Yeah.
This is why I keep with it, and I want to keep with it, because the unexpected. I did not expect him to fall, especially so early.
I didn't expect him to be in the fucking game.
Well, yeah, there you go. And two, that shows character development. That's what I want in my games. I want my character development, and guess what? I got it with this character.
Sort of, but you don't know why.
I don't know why, but that's just it. I see the potential there, and I've already gotten a taste.
Yeah.
And I
taste of Byakuya. Huh?
We won't go there, but
there are some girls I know who would love a taste of Byakuya.
Well, I guess I know I'm cosplaying, but anyway, that's another story for another day.
You know, it's funny because a lot of people call this Byakuya Togami because he's number 2.
He's number 2.
He's in number 2.
Okay.
Togami. They call fat Togami Togami.
Togami.
That's funny. Anyway, that's just aside. So, were you expecting this guy to even show up from the first game?
Honestly, no.
What was going through your head when you saw him? Like, were you asking why he was?
Well, at first
I
didn't think that was him, but then I read the name and I'm like, wait, that character. Oh wow, okay, that's the same character. What happened?
Yeah, how come he doesn't remember what happened?
Exactly. Or
maybe he does. He's just not telling you one.
There's got to be a catch to this. I mean, because he's a smart guy. I get that now.
Sure.
You know, well, he tries to be. He tries to be. You know,
no, he's smart.
I mean, if as a leader, you got to have some kind of smarts, right? And,
sure, why not?
You know, and he's part of this corporation, right?
Sure,
like,
I forgot.
Family. I don't know about that. You know, so he's got to have some kind of influence. And, I figured, hey, after the ending of the first Danganronpa, spoiler, the stuff that's going on outside their school, which has destruction and death and whatnot.
Sure. Despair, maybe?
I figured, hey, he had a big part in this because of, the corporation is, and so maybe he knows something. Maybe that's why they need him to continue on the story. Maybe that will explain.
But he's not telling anyone anything.
Exactly, and that's what's making it.
He hasn't mentioned anything about he should know who Monokuma is, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what got me past the prologue at first, because I wanted to know. I'm like, what's the deal? What's the deal with this?
I needed to know all about Byakuya, but guess what? He gets dead.
Exactly, and he goes out like I wouldn't say like a boss, but man, he gets it.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about.
He gets it. We'll
talk
go
about
there later
after we're done with the characters.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, more about that guy. More about that. He's cool. He's cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy that they would do that. They would put this, they would like literally the same character in this game, and they know that you know who Byakuya is.
Yep.
That's just why they made him change his character, do a complete 180, and make him cool and not shitty. I mean, in Danganronpa 1, he was shitty for the most part, but after... he became less shitty after Sakura died.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to completely shit on this character because there was way worse characters out there. And
I don't know about that.
Well, maybe. But I didn't think he was like 100% garbage. He did have...
Well, he learned. After Sakura made her brilliant, amazing, so sad sacrifice, Byakuya was like, shit. I suck.
Yeah,
but he was still an asshole, but he was a submissive asshole after that.
There you go. I think he could have been way worse, but yeah, he wasn't the greatest character.
So maybe that changed him. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Sakura. He's like, oh, Sakura was big. I want to be big too. Oh shit, I did it all wrong.
Well, I do remember there's one point in the game, in the second one, where he does mention, "I've worked hard to get this figure." He specifically says that.
He's like Bob from Tekken.
Yeah, he's like, man, this is my strong form. Let's go.
Sure, he's always hungry, man. All right, anything else about Togami you want to talk about?
Probably not at this moment. All
right, who's next? Okay, Mikan Tsumiki, the ultimate nurse.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Should I go first or should you?
This seems like your type of character. So.
Whoa. Okay.
You go first.
It's funny you say that because I completely disagree. I could not really feel the catering that this character is trying. I feel like...
Oh, you talking about the fan service stuff?
The fan service,
that's separate from her character.
Well, it does, but...
They do it to her, but it's just because this is just some bullshit that they think they have to do because that's what visual novel nerds enjoy or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, but, to me, it's... I wanted to hate that. Cause
I think it's dumb.
I think it's dumb. I'm like, well, it's unnecessary, and of all the characters... this, I don't know. I don't find her to be, that cute or fun, or she is not the character I expected.
She's,
And the thing is, as we'll talk about it later, that fan service actually plays into the trial.
I forget, but okay.
Yeah, I remember, and in fact, it's a big part of it, and it's...
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, and it's shocking that they go back to that, because it's like an excuse to keep showing off that fan service. Mm-hmm. And I'm like... Okay, guys, you could have come up with something else, I think. Yeah. That's me personally.
Yeah.
But
I still think that's separate from the character, though.
True, but I am glad that they found a way to make it important instead of just being straight-up fan service.
I mean,
I still don't like it.
Yeah, it's still stupid.
But as for the character herself...
We'll just agree that the fan service is dumb as shit.
It is dumb. Especially
let's talk about Mikan, the character,
but
not Mikan, the panties.
Well, the character herself... Ah, man, she... I don't know how to describe it. It's just... I didn't want to really say I hate the character.
I don't hate her.
I don't hate her. But at the same time, I find her annoying.
Yeah, I can see that.
A little whiny. And like...
Yep, she's super submissive and overcorrects for her mistakes, which seems like a really... I don't watch much anime, but is this like a trope? Are there other anime?
No, she really does.
Are there other anime characters that are like this?
Oh my god, I'm sure there are. I'm sure I could think of some, but I don't feel like.
Or is she like that?
Can't think about it right
now. Made even worse, tenfold.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, I've only played, like I said, the prologue and first chapter. I don't know how much worse it's going to get because I've known characters like that 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 break out of that shell. Because I would say she's a character that's stuck in that trope. She's stuck in that shell of what the typical anime audience or whatnot knows about. And I'm sure that's fine. Like you said, it caters to certain audiences, and I guess in every anime there seems to be that character. And maybe just because I like how different all the other characters have been for this, like we just talked about, Byakuya and stuff, how neat he was, and I feel like this character was a step back from the intriguing characters that are elsewhere to be found.
It's funny you say that now. I'll just say this: if you want to find out more about why she's this way, do her free time events. I haven't done them myself, but I've heard they're very interesting.
Okay, well that I will look into that. I think the thing that bothers me is she's this ultimate nurse or whatnot, and but she's so timid about these murders and stuff, and.
I mean, she's a nurse. She's not a fucking surgeon.
Well, I know, but there's a part which we'll talk about more where there's an autopsy where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't. But it's like, okay, done.
It's because
What?
it's video game.
It's
That's why.
video game,
It's
I
video game,
guess.
that's why.
But it's like, I don't know. It felt like it took her out of the character. Her just being
she's
okay.
the ultimate nurse. Though.
Exactly.
She's the best nurse. So she probably picked up something about. She played trauma center. I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know. She feels like contradicting to herself, and I guess that's why I want to like her, but I can't like her as much as I want to. Her specified character confuses me, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. These are all legit and understandable
Yeah.
opinions of this character. We'll, as for all these characters, we'll come back later, and as plot develops and these characters get more development, we'll come back to see if you feel the same way.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it again, and we'll move on to the next character.
Sounds good.
Recording. Okay. So now we're back to talk about Hiyoko, that's her name?
Yep.
Hiyoko Saionji.
Saionji.
The ultimate traditional dancer, I think is what she is, right?
Yep, you got it.
Alright, tell me about Hiyoko.
Please don't make me.
No, too bad. We're on a podcast.
This next to Soda is probably one of my least favorite characters.
I saw this coming.
She reminds me of the traditional lolly jailbait that,
I don't know what that is.
anime characters are known for, and it's like she has the body of a young child, but they try to make her more adult-oriented than she really is.
But that's not sexy or anything.
It's
though.
not sexy, but it's a stereotype from what I gather, and to me, I find her annoying to no end.
Well, again, I think this is a whole nother thing. Like you say, it's a stereotype or whatever, or trope or something. I think it's another thing of them trying to subvert your expectations based on character design.
Okay,
because Hiyoko she looks cute and adorable, and she sometimes acts like a child. But the part where you say she acts adult and shit, it's just. Do you mean that she just uses a bunch of fucking curse words and?
Well, she seems like. She seems crazy to me.
She is crazy.
Like
she
knows
super,
what's up. But
she's like she abuses everyone, and she uses very abusive language all the time. I'm not saying is that the part where you mean she's an adult? Like, how do you mean that she acts like an adult?
Well, that's just like I said, it's just like she seems smart. She comes across smarter than what she is, but she uses that childlike, adolescence that she has to manipulate.
But she's in the same age as everybody.
She's what?
She's the same age as everyone. She's not really a child.
Yeah, well, so that's what I'm saying. Like, she has that look of a young child, but I don't get that vibe that she is.
She's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, the thing is, they make her cute and adorable just to hide how much of a jerk she is. Like, you think she's like, oh, sweet and innocent, and then the first time you talk her, she's killing ants.
Yeah.
She's all like, I'm squishing Mr. Ants, like, fuck you, ants, or whatever. I don't think she says fuck you, ants. But she might as well say fuck you, ants, because she uses really abusive language towards everyone, especially Mikan. And, like, she sucks.
Well, I mean, another reason, like...
I like her, though.
I mean, like I said, she's nowhere near, Soda's level. Yeah. I mean,
she's not a perv.
Even though I'm putting her, down low on my characters I like, I don't hate her either. Yeah. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe I came across wrong on that. But she's just, I don't know. Like, for one thing that bothers me, she's a traditional dancer. Maybe I haven't got far enough in the game. But, like, I don't even see her using her character name properly. She has the dress. But, like, what use is this going to be? What's this going to play into the storyline?
They don't have to use
I know.
It's just an excuse to have weird titles for everybody.
I don't know. It's just
like
weird
when did Asahina swim?
Well, that's true.
In Danganronpa 1. Remember where she swam to save everybody? No, that never happened. She's ultimate swimmer. It doesn't matter. When I don't know. Like, they just have weird titles. Her being ultimate traditional dancer doesn't mean anything other than her having like a weird kimono thing. What I don't know.
Well, she's also got like the Junko hairpins up with her hair and
yeah, whatever.
She has little bears.
They make her cute and adorable, but she's a huge jerk and hates. Really malicious.
I don't know. She just seems like a stereotype to me. Also, maybe I watched too much of the anime.
Well,
but,
most people hate her.
Well,
I didn't mind her.
I won't say I hate her. Like I said.
I mean, if she was a real person, I would hate her.
Well,
if she's a video game character, and like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're making her be a bitch. That sucks.
Well, I have found a few moments though that she's made me laugh because of the way she teases some of the characters. That. I see there, like I said, I've only played through the first chapter, so I see there being potentially some, humorous moments with her later. But but as of right now, I feel like it just hasn't played a big part in my enjoyment so far of the game.
It's fine. That sounds like it seems like that she's working effectively as her character.
Yeah, well,
you're not supposed to like her.
I guess you got a point there, and I guess in that sense, I guess that's why I didn't find myself putting her at the very bottom. Yeah. So let's just say that.
All right, I don't think she's worth talking about that much.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say about Hiyoko?
No, not really. She just doesn't seem like an important role right now.
All right. Next up is Akane Owari, the ultimate gymnast. Miss Big Boobs.
Yep, and that was the sexuality I originally was thinking about.
Sure, I guess. She just has big boobs. Doesn't mean
yeah,
it. And she talks about it all the time.
Well, so yeah. Well, see, I haven't
she's
really.
Not ashamed of it.
I haven't really caught that yet. Maybe it's just because I either ignored it or it's later in the game.
Whatever. She knows she has big boobs.
Yeah, I mean, they're out there. But,
and she I don't know. She like at the beginning of the game when they're going swimming or whatever. And she's like, I'm just take off my clothes, and she doesn't see what's wrong with that. I mean, not that there should be anything wrong with being naked. It's just it's out of you wouldn't expect you expect her to be more like I put a swimsuit on or something.
Well, she kind of reminded me of a mix of the Ultimate Swimmer, Aoi, is that her name?
Yeah.
And Junko, not Junko, but Sakura put together.
Yeah, she's kind of like that.
Because it's kind of like
but she's not as cool as Sakura.
She's brawny, but yeah, she has the skin tone texture. And, yeah. She's okay. I mean, she reminds me of a typical anime character also, but in reverse role.
She's not very smart either.
Yeah, well, exactly, because she reminds me, hey, Dragon Ball Z fans, Goku, but a girl, because she
really? She's Goku, huh?
Yeah, I mean, hey, she's not too bright, loves D, but man, she's strong. There you go. There's
I wouldn't
Goku.
know. I never
there
fought
you
her.
go.
I beat her.
She could probably destroy everybody there for all I know.
Oh, that's out again.
I wouldn't be shocked. But no, I like strong female characters.
She's literally strong. I don't know if she's a strong character.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. She's just all brawn, but not very bright, it seems. So
another thing, a lot of these characters, when you do free time with events, they add more depth to the character, but it's an unfortunate part of the game design in that you won't be able to hang out with everybody else.
Right, so you may never catch that.
Yeah, but there are parts of her free time events that explain why she's the way she is, and it's actually really interesting. Yeah,
and I mean, like I said, I don't hate her, not by any means. I think she's cool, she's strong, she's lovable.
I don't really care about her.
Well, I mean, she seems like she's, she generally cares to help people. She generally cares. Seems like she's gonna be there for the group if need be.
She's fucking hungry. She's a fucking glutton. She's like Mark Henry.
She's not, but she's not as fat.
She's Mark Henry. She's the strongest woman in the world, and she's hungry all the time and finds a secret porn. No, I'm just kidding. There's no secret porn.
I didn't know unless
it's super secret. I don't know about.
Okay.
Actually, I guess there could be. You can consider parts of this game secret porn, but I never unlocked any of it. So anyway,
sure. That's for another time, I guess. She's got an interesting character design. She's
interesting. She wears a shirt and a skirt.
Well, I mean, like,
give me that art book.
Here, look. I'm just talking about like she just comes across as looking cool though.
She got a shirt and a skirt. I mean, I love muscular women. Muscular women are cool.
That's our Korra. Should we even get into that bucket right there?
I don't know. I think she has better character than Korra.
Ooh, burn. That is for another podcast, probably.
Yeah, we should do a Korra podcast.
We probably should. Anyway, I don't think there's much to tell about her. She seems really one-sided.
Yeah, I guess. She cares about food and eating.
There you go. Done.
She's really strong. Okay. Next up is Nekomaru Nidai. I love this guy.
Finally, we're to a character I love to talk about again.
This is probably my favorite character of Danganronpa.
Okay, the favorite character, huh?
Yes. So
this is the Sakura for you? Or Kirigiri?
Sakura and Kirigiri were cool, and they were smart, and they were what do you call it? They're very interesting characters.
But he doesn't come across as smart, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This guy he's a favorite character for completely different reasons than being interesting characters. He fucking wants to take a shit all the time.
Yep.
Like, the first thing he says is he wants to take a shit.
He wants to take a shit.
Nekomaru is amazing. And he's also, I guess you could call him smart. He's the ultimate team manager. He's able to lead people to victory. And, he's cool. His character design's cool. He's got a little, I don't know, it's like all wavy.
It's all about the chains, though, man.
No, chains are stupid.
Oh, you don't like the chains?
It's like the lightning coming out of his eyes, and like how his jacket's all weird. He looks like a, I don't know, Fist of the North Star character or something like that.
Okay, yeah, I could totally see that.
He's cool. Like, again, it's another subversion of his character design, because you expect this guy, oh, he's like a hardcore, like, biker, badass guy.
Right.
He's just a manager for teams.
Yeah.
He's not even an athlete himself. He's not even
but
a player
he looks
himself.
like he could take an athlete,
he probably could. And it's just like he wants to help others. That's his thing.
Yeah, but he seems like he's a really submissive in a way.
And he looks like he'd be in good health. Like, you don't have to poop all the time.
Well, I'm sure if you're in good health, you will. But it's funny that part of his character actually plays into the story. It seems like so far to me,
sort of,
kinda, and it leads to some unexpected humor that I found enjoyable in the trial when it was all super serious, and this guy just needs to take a shit.
Yep.
And I can't complain so far. I find him interesting.
Nekomaru is fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's not a whole much I could say because I haven't got that far into it. And I don't know how deep this character is going to get.
I spent all my free time with events with him, so
I'm going to assume
cool.
Maybe there's some things there I may not know about, but
I don't remember his backstory being that interesting. But
okay,
I still like him. He's yep.
There you go.
He's cool.
We just like him.
He has to poop. He wants to poop.
Pooping's good. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, there you go.
Like. Anything else about Nekomaru? His name's really weird.
Yeah,
Neko means cat, and Maru means like circle. And
yeah,
Maru is also the name of a cat on YouTube who gets in boxes all the time.
Yeah, well, I remembered his name because of something dumb, and I really not repeat it. So
what is it?
I thought of like necrophilia and
what? Why would you think
I don't know why, but I just thought of Neko.
Necrophilia.
And I was like trying to remember the characters' names, and I was like, Neko.
No, fuck you.
No, like I said, I didn't want to say it, but you made me, so there you go. That's how I remembered him.
God, shut up.
Trust me, I will.
Alright, so we're taking another break, because we're almost to an hour.
Sounds good.
And we are back on the Danganronpa 2 Spoilercast. Next character on the list is Teruteru Hanamura, Yosuke's brother.
Ah, yes, Teruteru.
The ultimate, what is he, chef or something?
Yeah, he's the cook.
Okay, ultimate cook.
Let me start out by saying bottom 3 for me, originally.
Sure, I gotcha.
Easily. I really felt this character was unnecessary at first. He was super pervy, super annoying. Just, oh man, I was just like, get this guy off my screen when he gets in this character. But the finale to the first chapter gave me pushed him up on my list just a little bit.
Well, that's how it's always going to be. They always reveal something about them. You're like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You still suck, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Teruteru, what, he's like fucking pervy man. He's a great chef. He tries to trick Sonia into doing something. I still don't understand what he was trying to trick her into doing.
Something perverted,
sucking
obviously.
Poison out of his loins. I don't know what that means.
I think he wanted what? Yeah, well, I don't want to say. It's probably like a BJ
he wanted a BJ or something?
I think so.
I don't understand that. Like, well, why would they poison there? It's stupid. It's dumb.
I just think it was a dumb excuse because he I
think they should have written a better joke or something.
Yeah, maybe
written it better. Suck loins. Who uses that? No one says loins.
Well, this game does go against your expectations. Remember, so there you go.
I didn't expect anything.
But should we even say spoiler at any point?
Yeah, it's all spoilers, man.
Okay, spoiler.
The dude murders.
The guy dies.
Yeah, Teruteru dies, yeah.
By the end of the first chapter. And, yeah, they gave a little backstory that I did not expect.
He's like some Louisiana guy.
He actually was in this for the right reasons, surprisingly. And it's kind of sad that he got the axe when we finally find this out.
Yeah, but it's his fault for being all like, oh, I have to hide this from everybody because I'm a stupid idiot.
Well, wouldn't he have been screwed anyway due to Monokoma's rules?
What's Monokoma's rules again?
Well, it's like just whoever does the murder anyway.
Well, yeah, but, I wouldn't hate him as a character if he had started out, being honest and shit.
Let me just say, though.
Like, what is it? Like, his mom died or something.
Well, they owned like a restaurant or something like that, and they had to. He was going to go help her to take care of it and stuff like that, and he's not coming back home to Mama.
Well, guess what? Mama's probably not alive anyway.
Probably not, and that was another thing I felt kind of bad about because he wanted to at least know from Monokuma, hey, what happened? But
You'll never know.
You'll never know. You just die not knowing.
That's what you get. And that's your poison, Teruteru. No one gonna suck that out for you.
Speaking of which, you sound like you had a little bit of his dialect there. Ain't no.
Yeah, that's another example of great voice acting in this game. I really wonder. I'm sure there's some weird Japanese accent that he suddenly gets all of a sudden. It's like in Danganronpa. Well, you wouldn't get this because you watch in Japanese,
right?
But in Danganronpa 1, when Celeste, Celestia Ludenberg, whatever her fucking name is, when she breaks her character and starts in Japanese, I'm sure it's some weird accent that turns into some other weird accent.
Yeah, I did.
But she talks all proper and stuff in English, and then all of a sudden she's like, "Well, fuck you then, fuck you." She starts talking with almost like an American accent and shit, and she breaks her character, and it's amazing. And Teruteru does something similar, but not as cool as Celeste was.
Yeah. I actually like that because I props to the voice actor because I bet that was fun to be all eccentric all of a sudden and just break the mode of what you're probably used to. And I liked it. I loved it a lot. I thought it felt genuine, actually, believe it or not. I really felt believable that this guy was, faking this the whole time, and I don't know.
He sucks, though.
Yeah, as a character, not the best, but he has some redeeming qualities.
Also, he's related to Yosuke.
There you go.
Because last name is Hanamura. Get it? They both suck. Alright. Next, unless you want to add anything more to Teruteru. We'll talk more about him during
We'll talk more about the case later.
Next up is Sonia Nevermind, the ultimate princess.
She's not very ladylike, though.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
She's really she's debonair, but she's really she's got like the strength. Like she's really poignant about her points. When she puts herself out there, she makes herself known. And she seems like a strong character, but at the same time, she doesn't seem like she's all there at the same time,
She's in... Have we gotten to the part where you found out her hobby yet?
Oh, goodness.
No, not yet.
I probably have not.
Okay. I think that's a later chapter. So we won't talk about that right now.
Okay.
But, okay, this is another thing about Danganronpa, subverting your expectations.
Okay.
When you think of princess in fiction media, especially in, cartoony type scenarios or whatever... You think of someone who's snotty and stuck up and spoiled.
I don't get that from her.
Exactly. When you think ultimate princess, she's the ultimate one of those kind of characters.
Yeah, ultimate prissy girl.
Guess what? She does. She cares about her subject.
Yeah.
She didn't think of. I guess in her kingdom or whatever. I forgot Novel Select or whatever the hell it was called. She cares about her friends and She wants to learn how to,
Well, that's what I was going to say. She wants to know about the common life. She wants to learn the things about what other people go
she doesn't
through.
speak down towards anyone.
No.
She doesn't, say, oh, I'm princess, fuck you, I'm best. No, she's like, it's cool, man.
Yeah, it's like
I like her a lot. She's cool.
It's like she picks and chooses when to bring out the authority figure.
Yeah.
And
it's funny when she does.
It is, because you don't expect it by that point, because that's not the character you've grown to know. And when it is there, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot she's the ultimate princess, and she knows when to take charge and point things out. And I like that about her. I have to admit, she's also probably in the topper tier of my characters I like.
She's pretty naive.
Yeah,
she doesn't understand how things work.
Well, as we just said, Teruteru.
I still don't understand how it works either. So maybe me and her are on the same page.
Maybe so. But she, once again, another strong female character. I think she's really appropriate.
I think she's funny.
Yeah, I do agree.
When you learn out her hobbies.
I can't wait
until you learn her hobbies.
I want to learn more about her hobbies, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of her.
I didn't do a free time event, so I don't think, so I don't really know much about her.
Maybe I'll get around to that and let you know. But yeah, she seems alright. I like her.
She's cool. I feel bad for not talking much about her, but we'll learn more as
I don't know a whole lot yet, so yeah.
She's cool. I like her a lot.
Sounds good.
Alright, next up is, Mahiru Koizumi.
You start with that.
I like Mahiru. She's cool.
You like her?
She got a camera.
Okay.
Yeah, she got a camera, man.
She got a camera.
If I want to cosplay someone with a camera, I cosplay Mahiru because she got a camera.
She is our Frank West.
Yeah. Let me look at her design. I forgot. She got a tie or something.
She got red hair and a skirt. That's about what I remember.
Sure, her character design is all right. It's pretty plain looking. I like
Yeah,
that. I like how she's not over designed.
She, she has a nice look.
I honestly don't remember much about Mahiru.
Yeah, nothing really stands out, but she's, visually.
I remember liking her.
I couldn't tell if I liked her or not. To be
Really?
honest
Why
with
not?
you, and
She kind of talks down to you because she's like, "You're a boy. You should be smarter," or whatever. She gets into that whole "boys should be stronger" thing, or maybe she's doing it to make fun of you or something. I don't know. That's kind of dumb, but
Well, I don't know. She seems a little preposterous in a lot of her assumptions. It seems like, and like the first trial, like which we'll talk more later. She's one of the first characters to throw you out, and out in the woods on that, and go contradict you. And
I know why I like her now.
oh yeah, what's that?
She's the least anime.
She's the okay.
She's the least anime out of most of the characters.
Why? What makes you say that? What's it about her?
She's dressed really plain. We can't really think of anything to talk about when it comes to her. Like she doesn't have like any. She's not like exaggerating.
Yeah,
none of her aspects of her personality are exaggerated for comedic effect or anything.
Well, I think that's why I'm saying I'm not sure if I really like her, really not like her, because she just seems like the basic person you would meet next door in life.
What? She's the girl next door, huh?
Yeah, sure. The girl next door.
Some sexy thing.
Kind of. Well, I wouldn't say that, but
she looks kind of cute, but
I mean, she just seems like someone. Hey, it's like, hey, I'm at the football game. I'm taking pictures on the sideline, whatever. I don't know.
Sure, I don't know. I don't remember that part.
But no, she just seems like pretty straightforward. She just seems like the basic
Again, as the game goes on, you learn more about the characters.
I'm sure I will. She takes pictures.
There'll be things. I'll tell you, there's some good backstory to her.
Very
good backstory to Mahiru.
I'm sure her being the one taking pictures will play a big role in solving some
she
mysteries.
runs out of film or something.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure she's gonna play a role, but I do like how she does come across as taking no nonsense. I have gotten that vibe from her.
Sure, why not?
And I think she knows when to put her point across, and I can respect that.
Okay, anything else on Mahiru? She's a photographer. She's also a photographer. She's really good at taking pictures, guys. She won awards for picture taking. She took a picture of. I bet she took her to a con. She gets great cosplay photos and stuff.
She'd put your alpaca out there and get lots of hits.
She'd be like, "Fuck that alpaca! I'm gonna take a picture of John Cena."
John Cena it is. So.
Alright, that's Mahiru Koizumi, whatever her name is. I like her. I ship her and Hajime. Anyway.
There you go.
Next character, Peko Pekoyama.
Nope.
Yeah, she sucks.
Nope. Just a nope. Another nope character. Another bottom of the lister for me.
I think she's boring.
Her name is one of the easier ones for me to remember.
It's like the two words
Peko
twice.
But she is another stereotypical character, which I'm not too fond of.
I wouldn't know if she's stereotypical. I think she's boring.
Well, she's boring. There you go. You nailed it.
That's not stereotypical.
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Anime characters are flamboyant and crazy.
Well, okay. Well, she is boring. I'm not going to deny that. But I
guess she is a stereotype because she's like super strong girl.
Well, I've seen other anime.
Sword you. I'm good with a sword. Swords are great. Why does she have a gun? Guns are way cooler. Danganronpa 3 Ultimate Guns person.
Hey, it could happen.
Master Chief. 50 Cent.
I don't know. Let's go. But no, I've seen enough anime where I see the stereotypical
sword
anime
lady.
girl with glasses, big sword, doesn't talk a lot. I've seen it in One Piece. I'm looking at you. You have a few characters like that. But I don't hate her.
Her eyes are weird.
I wouldn't say I hate her, but I don't like her either. Like like you said, she's just dull. You've played through the whole thing. I don't know if they flesh her out, which I doubt.
They do. They're
okay.
I would say more about her, but
right.
I can't say anything yet.
I don't know. She hasn't really done nothing.
Her eyeballs are crazy though. Look at them.
Yeah, she seems like a really bad guard.
What's she guarding?
Well, there's the first trial where she's supposed to guard the. Office.
She went to a separate room to eat food or whatever.
And yeah, she didn't even really do that, and she screwed up.
She had to poop or whatever.
She had to poop.
See?
But she was embarrassed, so if she wants to be ladylike, she just can't admit to
She's
it.
too anime.
She's too anime. There you go. I don't think there's much more to say about her. I'm not really feeling her.
She's pretty lame.
Yeah.
I saw a good cosplayer once. I was like, "Are you that lady from Danganronpa 2?" She's like, "Yeah." I didn't remember her name.
There you go.
I was just, "Are you from Danganronpa 2?"
The anime girl.
She had the crazy eyes too. That's cool. I like crazy eyes.
There you go.
Anyway, that's all of them except for one.
Oh man.
And we're gonna take a break before we talk about him.
Oh, let's do.
Okay. Hello and welcome
Hello.
back to Danganronpa Spoilercast. We're talking about characters.
Yup. And I think we're coming to an end on the characters here.
So, like, the one you've been waiting for, what do you think of Monomi?
Monomi, man, best character right there. Let me tell you, we saved the best for last.
Sure.
No,
She got a diaper.
she's got a diaper.
She's a bunny rabbit.
She went through a little transformation.
Yeah, first she started as Usami.
Yup. And
The bunny magic girl or whatever.
I did not expect the little change in her. I should have, honestly, knowing it's Danganronpa, but hey, guess what? Monokuma interferes, and we have another character, Monomi.
So, did you think that Monomi or Usami at the time was a good character at first? I mean, like,
No, honestly.
or do you think she was the villain?
I honestly thought she was deceiving them, and she was going to be a villain right from the get-go, and I was like, this is the new Monokuma. In fact, I've seen, art and everything of Monokuma, but I was like, okay, well, maybe it's all about her. Maybe she's the focus. She's just pretending to be nice.
She looks...
Carry on his work.
Even before her transformation, she looks a lot like Monokuma.
Yeah, a little bit. And I couldn't actually tell that she was a rabbit at first. Maybe I didn't look at her art properly. But then I was like, oh, yeah, she's a rabbit. Totally a rabbit. Okay, cool. She does look like a bear, though, still to me. So.
I think it's really funny how all the characters hate her.
Yeah.
Even though she's like trying to be the most helpful character and help them out of this situation to fight Monokuma, they're like, oh my god, you again, fuck you, get out of here.
Yeah.
And probably because they think she works with Monokuma.
Probably. And there's one character in particular, I'm trying to remember which one, but they really, really give her some hell. And I'm just like, if y'all listen to her, y'all would probably be out of the situation way easier.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She can't really do anything because Monokuma broke her stick, and now Monokuma.
Because didn't she die and come back to life?
Yeah, she does that a lot.
There's like a few of her.
The first time, I think she gets shot to death.
Yeah. And oh my god, the rating system for this game. I'm like, when the people are rating this, I'm like, are they honestly going to let them get away with them like punching a woman? Like, I know she's not like
she's
a woman,
stuffed animal.
But it's like, I'm going to punch my sister right in the fucking face.
It is pretty disturbing to see.
It's disturbing the way it's done.
Yeah, it's very disturbing to see her get physically abused by Monokuma.
Yeah, because he gives her just get the hell out of here.
Punches her, Shoryukens her and shit.
Good lord.
Shoots her to death.
And it's just like, when we're playing Smash Bros. And we Fit Trainers, like, the cry you hate so much. Yeah. I got that from her, like, oh no!
Yeah, but she's a trooper. She can take it.
She is, but she always comes back. And the thing about her is she confuses me because she wants to help, but at the same time, I don't know whether, it's a play or if Monokuma is just getting her to do certain things. I don't know. I feel like she wants to help, but at the same time, she could be a bad thing for
She is very mysterious, this bunny girl in diapers.
And, why is there even a sister? What's going on with this? This is what the questions I have, and I'm curious to see what happens there.
It's weird, huh?
So there we go.
Monomi's crazy looking.
Yep.
It's creepy.
Very pink.
I think it's creepy. I think she's creepier than Monokuma, honestly.
Think so?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the diaper. I think it's the diaper.
Yeah, it's weird that she wears... I mean, maybe it's another thing to humiliate her.
Maybe.
Even though she's like a plush rabbit robot thing.
Sure, let's go with that.
But, just kidding, that wasn't the last character.
Oh, we tricked you.
Yeah, I know everyone wants to know about this man. This man here.
Is it a man?
This man in a hoodie.
Okay, Organization 13 member?
No, this man who has a hoodie, this man who is obsessed with hope, this man known as Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student.
Oh boy, this character.
You start. Talk to me about Nagito.
This is a character where I don't even know where to begin.
I know where to begin.
Well, obviously, if we're going by storyline, you begin by thinking, hey, this guy is going to be your best friend. This is going to be your conscience.
Yep.
This is going to be the guy to go to.
Yeah.
He's going to be with you through the whole thing.
He's very helpful at the beginning of the game.
Me, I was like, hey, this character's not going to die. There's nothing. This guy is going to be the one to get through the story, beginning to the end. Not so sure anymore.
I don't know, man. He's pretty smart.
He seems manipulative. But he could be manipulative in the good way or the bad way.
It's always the bad way, man.
Probably right. I honestly thought this character was the carry-on from Kodo from the first game.
Carry-on means like dead corpse.
Well, okay, maybe it's bad words there, but
you think he's taking on the role of Makoto?
The role, yeah, like the
He is
the lucky
he's
student.
the ultimate lucky student.
And
He likes Hope a lot.
he likes Hope a lot.
He really likes Hope.
A little too excessively. Let me add that. But his design is a little different, but
his design is very similar.
But still a little similar.
He has a hoodie.
And just like Byakuya, I was like, could this be the same character? Maybe he forgot his memory somehow, or
his voice is very similar to Makoto's.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions I have about this. Obviously, I don't know because I haven't finished the game. But oh my god, did I not expect the twist in the trial? I was thrown for a loop.
Man, it was so good, man.
It was phenomenal. That's the word for it, phenomenal. Because you think you have this trial down. You think you have this guy by your side. You think it's all crystal clear, cut and dry. No. You have got another part of this trial with this madman. This sudden madman who, essentially to me, is now comes across as almost like the main villain who's willing to help Monokuma.
He's your rival.
He's your rival.
Hajime's rival.
And wow, I did not see that coming.
No, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
I generally enjoyed that twist.
I think many people were like you. People were like, "This is Makoto. This guy looks like Makoto. He has the same title as Makoto. He looks like I already said that. He has a hoodie like Makoto.
Exactly.
You know, he likes Hope like Makoto does. Likes Hope." And he goes fucking bonkers at the end.
He does.
He's like, I fucking love Hope. You know, I love Hope so much that I think the ultimate hope is by overcoming the ultimate despair. So I'm going to cause the ultimate despair, man. It's going to be great.
Yep, and you know what that means? Murder happens.
But he didn't commit the murder.
He didn't.
No,
but he apparently is going to be the one to help these murders along, because apparently he doesn't care if he dies. Nope. He has a death wish practically. Nope. But guess what?
He's the ultimate lucky student.
But he's so lucky, he's probably going to survive it all.
Yeah.
But, part of me, I'm just guessing here because I haven't finished the game. Part of me feels like there's a reason to this. The reason to this method to the madness. Mm-hmm. I can't help but think, since he's so smart, that he's almost like the ultimate actor in a way, because I can't help but think
he's lucky, man.
He's lucky, but I can't help but think he's doing this for a reason. Like, it's for
hope, man.
For hope, but for the good. Like, he wants people to hate him, but he's actually doing it for what he thinks is for their own good.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what's wrong with that. What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with that is he's going to get everybody killed.
I don't know. If they're able to survive, they will be more grateful for it.
But then again, maybe he's so smart, he's just trying to test their
maybe
idiocy, their incompetence, and just to prove to them you didn't deserve this title. Maybe he's just trying to. It feels like he's trying to do the good thing by making them more ultimate than they already are.
Sure,
but it's going to lead to this crazy setups. I just know it, and I'm ready for it.
Right, so the question is, do you like this character?
Yes.
This character is awesome.
Yes,
Holy
I do like
crap.
this character. Why?
Because he's unpredictable.
He's unpredictable. And let me tell you another reason I like him. This guy came across as plain Jane to me at first.
I don't know. He got weird hair.
Well, he had weird hair, but I was like, great.
Cool
here comes the typical, goody two shoe guy he's not flawed. He's not going to get hurt. He's fine. No. This is going to be interesting now. This game is now got my attention, all thanks to this character. Well, mainly all to do with this character. And those crazy eyes, man. Those crazy freaking eyes.
Those crazy Junko eyes, man.
Yes. Where this hope is just getting him off, man, and it is disturbing.
The guy loves that hope, man.
He loves that hope. Like,
hope. He loves hope like Jeff Hardy likes drugs.
Yep. Hey, Lightning, keep hope to your side there.
That no, he's coming. I hope stupid. He ruined everything now. Now you compared Nagito to Hope. Anyway, God, Nagito's such a cool character.
Yeah, and I honestly went into this expecting not to like him, but I actually think he's one of the best characters now. And man, I don't know what.
Oh man, you need to beat this game so I can talk more about Nagito.
And when I finished this the other night, I was just like, why does it have to be so close to us doing this? Because I want to talk more about this character and I want to know more, but I don't have the time. And
we'll do it eventually.
We'll do this, and I think he's going to lead to a lot of interesting scenarios that I will not be predicting anytime soon.
Sure, I don't know, whatever. No, he just dies.
Yeah, okay. Hey, anything can happen.
He forgets how to breathe, and then he dies.
But he got one of my other favorite characters killed. Damn you for getting that set up.
Before we get there, I just want to say, before I settled on Gundam, I wanted to cosplay as Nagito.
Okay.
Because Nagito is fucking cool.
He is. He does seem pretty cool.
Alright. So, I'm going to stop this because it's the most important part of the podcast. If we lose everything else, who cares? We had to talk about Nagito, and we did it. So, I'm going to stop this part, and we'll get back to other things.
Sure.
Welcome back to the Danganronpa 2 Spoilercast of Chapter 1.
Woohoo.
I think we're going to talk about the murder now.
Yep.
After we dealt with all the characters.
Yep.
I mean, you didn't talk about Monokuma, but fuck Monokuma, he sucks. I like Monokuma, he's funny.
Yeah, I like him too.
But, everyone knows anything about Monokuma already.
Yeah.
So, alright, it's been a long time since I played Danganronpa 2, especially the first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
You guys remind me not exactly, but remind me the beats of what happened leading up to the murder of Byakuya Togami. So tell me, what happened?
Well, I mean, pretty much, Monokuma takes over, on the island, and he sets forth these guardians, these creatures.
Right.
And they're pretty much guarding the way out.
The Mono Beasts, I think they're
called. The Mono Beasts, and which alone in itself is crazy to me, because it's something different from the first game as well.
Yeah.
And, he comes over, says, no, we're not doing this happy-go-lucky thing Monomi was doing. We're doing this murder thing from the first game.
We're going back to the first game.
We're doing this.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, when I first booted up the game, I was like, wait, is there no murders in this? How are they going to do this?
There's no murders.
Because, wait, this should be about murders. What's going on?
No, it's about we got hope. Get the hope fragments.
Yeah, apparently.
The end. Everyone's happy.
I'm like,
go swimming. The end.
Well, I didn't really see how they were going to introduce it, like get into it, because the way it started, it was just like, oh no, we're all friends on an island. Just do this and that, and it's just like, whoa, scratch that. Here's Monokuma. Punch her in the gut. Knock her out. Get her out. Knock out her wand. She had a wand, apparently, to defend herself against Monokuma.
Yeah, the magic stick.
But apparently Monokuma is just such a badass. He got rid of that quickly, overthrew her. Now we got them all, stuck on this island with these Mono Beasts, protecting any kind of way to another island or way off. And now they have to kill each other or else. And so
sounds good to me.
Yeah, so, hey, there we go. Now we got Danganronpa 2. We can do this again.
Goodbye, despair.
Goodbye,
despair is still here. Shit.
Yep. But, obviously, everybody starts doubting, thinking a little harder than they should. And, obviously, Byakuya, as we talked about, he kind of steps up.
Yep.
And then he goes, you know what? Nobody's going to die on my watch. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure nobody gets killed.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's his role. That's what he takes pride in doing. And so obviously they have all these.
They have a party, right?
They have a party. And,
yeah.
He wants to throw him a party, and it's kind of it seems nice. Hey, let's talk about things. But before the party starts, once the party's established that they're going to do it, Nagito he plays a little game where they have to pick straws
to see who cleans up.
Who would clean up the cabin?
Yeah.
That was originally, not accessible at the beginning of the game, to go clean it up before the party started.
Yeah.
And so Nagito, thinking that he's an unlucky person, gets the short straw to go clean.
I was like, oh man, we thought you were the luckiest person, Nagito. Will you get stuck cleaning?
I guess I'm not.
I was like, oh guys.
Darn. So obviously, as we talked about with any of the characters, things aren't what they seem.
He is, in fact, the luckiest student.
He is, in fact, the luckiest, and we'll explain why.
Yeah.
So they have their party, and surprisingly, Byakuya is a lot more uptight about security than you would think for a little get-together party.
Give him all these weapons. You can put them in the box.
Yep, he's got a case where he frisks them down, which some of the ladies didn't like. Some were like, "Hey, you frisked the guys too?" Ooh,
sure. Like that, everyone could hide a weapon.
Everybody got frisked. So
and then there's these skewers, and they eat them.
Yeah, of course.
It's got meat on these sticks. I'm gonna eat all the meat. So hide the sticks.
So pretty much what he's saying is there's everybody thinks there's just food on the table, but Byakuya sees things differently.
Yeah.
Nope, there is a weapon.
Yeah.
There's the meat is on the skewer, so he goes to eat it really fast. And of course, what's her name? Azawa.
Which one?
Oh, the
Akane.
The strong girl.
Yeah, Akane.
Yeah, she's a little jealous.
Yeah.
She's like, "Wow, that's my food." He's like, "No, it's my food." And you're like, "Oh, it's a comedy bit." Ha ha. But nope, he has a reason for it, and it was to protect the group. And so he confiscates it, and he puts it in his little chest. And Teruteru, the cook, he has prepared the ultimate feast for the group.
Of course, because he's the ultimate cook.
Who else would be doing it, right?
I'd do it. Me.
Of course. I'd love to. To be honest with you, the game, the way it depicts some of the food, it made me kind of hungry, and I was like,
anime food, man.
I want some of that anime food.
Anime food that ties up your legs and makes your panties show.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Hasn't happened to me personally, so So anyway, Teruteru's cooking in the kitchen, and Byakuya and takes the main character Hinata into the in there to inspect everything, and there's a few things he ends up confiscating that Teruteru is like, "Why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing." And
they're weapons, dog.
Byakuya is not taking any chances. Even the smallest thing could be a weapon.
So, yeah, honestly, he should have taken everything down. Someone could choke on that shit.
Yep.
But whatever.
But this is where the fatal flaw of the first trial comes into play. Byakuya happens to notice an equipment list where there is one item missing.
Yeah.
From that list. And guess what that happens to be?
Guns.
That would be interesting, but no.
Arcade stick.
Arcade stick. One more try.
Good mini games. I mean, that is missing from the game, but
I guess so. But all good guesses, but in fact ends up being one of the skewers. Oh my gosh. But guess what? Byakuya's like, "Oh well, F it." What?
I don't remember that part, but okay.
Well, I mean, he doesn't seem like it's a big deal.
Maybe he doesn't want to panic anybody.
That might be why. Which I thought was kind of odd, but it's like, okay, whatever. I guess there's nothing really you can do about it, because Teruteru, I think, calms him down and says, "Hey, it wasn't here when I was here either. So it's been missing since the beginning. I didn't do it."
Well, then, this problem, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever's fine. So guess what? Whatever's going to come into play later.
Yeah.
So, we end up exploring a little bit more. I believe we end up going to the storage area.
Yep.
I believe, and this is where we start, noticing. You probably wouldn't notice a few things at first, but if you pay attention, you notice that there's 3 irons.
Yep.
That have been on, and you're like, okay, it's a little odd, but okay, they're all right there, all lined up. So you start noticing a few other things. I believe they noticed the timer on the breaker.
Yep.
They also noticed one of the breakers is up really high where they can't reach it.
I know.
And the office room.
Yeah.
But they both have the same time of 11:30.
Remember a lot.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of this.
Yeah, it was set for 11:30 on both of them, and so things are already seeming kind of odd. But one other thing you notice is really odd is the windows are nailed shut.
Yeah.
You cannot see outside at all, and you also find out that one of the doors is a fireproof door, and does not emit light. And that's going to play an important part in the murder as well.
The door did it.
The door did it. There you go. But let's see. Let me see here. So I believe the party gets started. And at the time, Teruteru is in the kitchen still cooking, supposedly, I believe. And they had wanted... someone had been in the bathroom. That's what it was.
Has Peko already left or no?
I believe she had just left.
Yeah. Plus, also, Fuyuhiko never came to the party.
That's right.
They had Chiaki guard out. Oh, yeah, wait outside.
He refused to come to the party.
Yeah.
Even though he secretly wanted to, which we'll get to that in a minute. So I believe they had someone. They had mentioned that someone was taking
someone had to guard the weapons, right?
Guard the weapons that Byakuya had put up, I believe, in the office.
And Peko volunteered or whatever.
And Peko, they got her to go do that. And also, this whole time someone had been in the bathroom, apparently.
Yeah.
And this is where we found out.
Unfortunately, Nekomaru could not poop.
Yeah, he wanted to take a shit really bad.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what we got out of that guy.
The end. That was a good
happens. Oh, we tricked you. No, something does indeed happen.
He poos his pants all over, and he poos all over the food, and no one can eat anymore, and they all starve to death.
Oh, darn.
And Monokuma laughs, like, despair.
Yeah,
Just kidding, that's not what happened.
Well, I know someone would still eat it, because what's-her-name was really hungry, so whatever.
Gross.
So anyway, we're getting the party going here. Everything seems okay, And then suddenly, guess what? The lights go out. Oh, gosh.
Oh, no, if only Sam Fisher were here.
Oh, my God. Oh. But then we hear a sequence of people yelling and, screaming. And this believe it or not, plays an important part.
Because someone has really good hearing.
Somebody has good hearing. But
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Yes. SpongeBob. So lights go out. You hear some scuffling going on. And among those voices, of course, is Byakuya.
Yep.
And, lights come back on. Guess what? Byakuya has been found dead under one of the tables in the far back.
What? No, but I liked him.
I did too. But unfortunately, to honor him, we must figure out why he has passed away.
I know why.
Why is that?
Because I came into the after I finished Danganronpa 1, I was so mad at him. I hated him so much, I went into the video game and killed him.
Well, you did us all a disservice, because he was actually...
Well, I didn't know that at the time.
Monokuma has manipulated you beyond reason.
God damn it. Let's see what happened, I forgot.
So, obviously, the way the game works...
Oh, yeah, they have to do autopsy and or whatever.
We have to figure out...
Who murdered him. Because, if whoever murdered him gets to go away from the island, because no one figured it out. But if you figure it out, then that guy gets murked too. And then
there you go.
Video games.
So yeah, that's pretty much that's the basis. You have to murder people to go home, and if you don't get caught,
then you're free.
You're free.
Everyone else dies.
Everybody else dies.
Those guys.
Screw them. Whatever. You're fine. But guess what? If you don't go through with a trial and get it correctly, well, you're going to die anyway.
Yeah, if people listen to this, they probably know it.
So, just a little backstory, just in case. But anyway, carrying on. So the trial begins, and I believe the ultimate nurse...
Mikan
Tsumiki. She's going to have her do an autopsy on his body.
Yeah.
And it's the main character, Hinata. You're going to have to go around this cabin area where you have the party.
And play Phoenix Wright.
And get your clues and your evidence and stuff ready for a trial.
Yeah.
And to figure out why he got murdered and who. So, a few clues that you find out, the 3 irons play a point in it. Mm-hmm. The timer plays a point. And so does what you find on Byakuya's body. With all that great, glorious purple blood.
With some duct tape and shit.
There's some duct tape that plays a point. The murder weapon, there's a knife with some blood on it.
Yeah.
And the lamp, believe it or not, plays a point above the table where he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
It plays a point at first. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, yeah, there's some of the floorboards in the place are kind of... they trip over them because they're pushed up, I believe.
Sure. I don't remember.
Something like that. But anyway, once you get all your investigation going, you come to find out that was it I think it was the Ultimate Photographer. She gave you a drawing of where everybody was standing.
Yeah, somehow that's weird, but okay.
Yeah,
sure, it's video game
party, and she pretty much shows you where everybody was standing in their positions, and she shows you some of her pictures.
Yeah.
Before the lights had gone out, and when you start talking to some of the people after the events have happened, you end up asking Ibuki, and she has such good hearing because she's the ultimate musician.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense, sure.
apparently. But she can retell the sequence and who had yelled the explicitives or whatnot they were saying when the lights had gone out. And that plays a point into the trial as well. And I believe Peko was guarding still, and I think they ended up talking to her about that too.
Sure.
I know another important thing was while you're investigating, they send out the Ultimate Gamer. What's her name again? Chiaki. They sent her outside. I believe she was outside. I believe, and
She's the one that talks to Fuyuhiko.
yeah, Fuyuhiko comes by, and
He's all like, a party. I'm not going to no fucking party.
but she's like, "Why are you here?" And he's like, "Shut
Oh,
up."
fuck you.
Yeah.
And Chiaki's like, what are you saying? He's like, Roger.
But no, he acts all badass like he doesn't want to be there. He just happened to be walking by. But she calls him out on his bullshit and says, "No, you wanted to come to the party, didn't you?" He goes, yeah, that's when he does all that.
Fuck parties.
Yeah, fuck parties and runs away. So
Yeah, he escapes the island all by himself.
let's see. What's in the... Oh, yeah. Also, during this point, after the lights come on, Gundam had apparently
he lost his earring.
He lost his earring.
And she went to go find it with Chiaki, right?
Yes.
So they go look under the floorboards or whatever.
Yeah, apparently they find
a passage.
a passage.
In the closet or something? In the storage
well,
closet?
no, not yet. I believe they thought they could... they went outside to see if they could get underneath the cabin, but apparently they were blocked off, so they could not. I think Gundam was looking down there because he thought that's where he might have dropped his earring, I believe. But come to find out later on that there's actually a way to get underneath the cabin from in the storage room.
Yeah.
It was just blocked off by some boxes. And I think that helped play an important role from what I remember, because I believe Gundam ended up getting his earring back.
Yeah, he found it right before the trial started.
Right before the trial, yeah.
So there was like room under there for someone to sneak around in, huh? Weird, huh?
Yeah, so someone could go under the cabin and do things.
Yeah.
Because a big part of the mystery was, how could he, be dead under this table? Someone had to have dragged him. There's like no blood. And, no, he had to have been killed under the table. But how? Well, obviously, as we explained, someone had to have probably gone under there and gotten him. So
is that all the events leading up to the trial?
I
mean, if we missed anything, that'd be a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much setting it.
Let's talk about.
Well, in the trial itself.
Are you talking about trial now?
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
stupid fucking mini games.
Yeah, mini games.
We can talk about those mini games too. That's part of the game.
Of course. Well, I mean, that is the primary part, I would say. But this is my first time playing the actual game.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I watched the anime from the original, and I didn't expect the whole shooting bullets.
Oh no, that's the whole thing, man. You shoot the truth bullets at your friend. Shoot them metaphorically.
Yep.
Shoot at their lies to reveal the truth.
Yes.
It's like Phoenix, right? But instead of pointing at people, you shoot them with a gun.
Yep.
But it's a metaphorical gun. But it's still cool. That's like the only cool part about that.
Yeah, I mean, it still does the whole like hold it, and it's the character's excitement of like,
you gotta choose your words and shoot the bullets. Danganronpa 2 is actually, I remember being a lot harder than Danganronpa 1, because in Danganronpa 1 you often only have one bullet to choose from.
Yeah.
In Danganronpa 2 you have multiple. They usually give you multiple bullets to choose from. You have to choose the right one to shoot.
Yeah.
The right piece of evidence to shoot.
And sometimes they'll give you like the wrong word.
Yeah.
Like,
and sometimes you have to get ammo from other people's statements and stuff. I think it's a cool system. That's probably the only cool mini game that Danganronpa, both of them, has as far as the trials are concerned. Because what are the other ones? There's a sword one, which is stupid, but it wasn't apparent to me how stupid it was until later in the game when I realized you have limited amount of swipes.
Gotcha.
So
I'll discuss how I felt about that in a minute, but just to say, since this is my first time really actually playing the Danganronpa game, I don't like how they handled the tutorial and just throwing you out there.
I don't like how they try and be snarky about it.
Yeah, because I actually screwed up quite a bit at first, and I'm like, am I doing this right?
Uh-huh.
Did I push the right button to change the bullets?
Yep.
It was kind of thrown out there.
That's
confusing.
probably a disadvantage of not playing the first game.
Yeah. I guess they kind of expect that. I guess that you have played the first one because they do mention,
probably,
hey,
yeah.
your enjoyment of this game will be based on that.
Yeah.
Which, granted, I give them that. But the mini games themselves, it was kind of cool because I started learning. You learn more as you go because the trials last quite a while.
Yeah, that's a long time. They get longer as the game goes on.
They started adding like a white noise.
That's stupid.
It's just kind of a bonus thing.
It's really easy to on the Vita at least
because you can like tap.
Just tap the back of the Vita and automatically target them. On the I imagine it was a lot harder on the PSP, which it was the game was originally a PSP game in Japan. It's probably a lot harder without the back touch. To just tap that. I think it's negligible on the Vita though. The white noise.
All right. I'm trying to think of the mini game I thought would confuse me that I actually ended up enjoying. Where's the one where you have to match up the letters? It got frustrating. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's great, but I surprisingly was better at it than I thought I would be.
Here's the thing about improved Hangman's Gambit. In the first game, there was also a Hangman game. Mm-hmm. It was called Hangman's Gambit. All you did, it was show like letters, and you would shoot the letters in the order to make a word. And sometimes the word would be something really arbitrary and stupid that you wouldn't guess unless you were like have a really large vocabulary. That was the worst part about that part.
Right.
Like there is a part where you have to find out you discover something about Fukawa having like a alternate personality.
Right.
And the word you're supposed to guess is schizo. Not even like that's not even like a medical term, I don't think.
Right.
But in this game, they call it Improved Hangman's Gambit, making you think, if you played the first game, making you think that this would be a better version of that Hangman minigame.
Not so much.
It is a billion times worse. It is not an improvement one freaking bit. It's so stupid.
And what makes you say that? Since I haven't played.
I don't remember. I just remember hating it. Like, I don't know. Like before I learned you could speed it up. Mm-hmm. It took so long for the right letters to come by, and you might screw up and shoot the wrong letter or something.
Yeah.
It's just a dumb mini game. When you know the word, just let me spell the fucking word.
Right, because you could accidentally mess that up pretty easily.
Yeah, especially if you don't know. I don't even know if it tells you can speed it up.
No, I actually don't believe it did.
Yeah, so
I don't think I remember
the first few times I played through those trials, like I think I waited for them naturally. Oh my god, it's taking so long. And I looked it up that you could speed up the words. I'm like, man, which kind of makes it harder and easier at the same time. Yeah, fuck that.
Well, one thing, I mean, obviously since it's the first chapter, I'm sure it's the easiest, but like I can tell this is one of those games where you really need to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't know some of this stuff, it might have made things almost impossible. It's like you have to know the words, and you don't have it all there for you to spell out right away to think about. Yeah. You have to wait for these letters to
You
flow
can
by.
brute force it. I brute force some of them. Like I would just like randomly choose. Is this right? Is this the next letter? Okay, that's not the next letter.
If you want to keep failing, I guess.
Well, it's not a big deal if you're not going for trophies,
right?
Because and if you do fail, I think you start off at that point.
Yeah, and there's a lot. The one thing I do like is you can save almost any time after each section.
That is a very good thing. That's a great thing about the Phoenix Wright series too. Like if you're at your last piece of evidence, you're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do here. Just save and try everything.
Yeah. So I mean that's cool. I mean the game is forgiving. I mean I guess just because it's focusing on it's a visual novel. It's
just focused more on it being a visual novel instead of a minigame collection.
Yeah, and I could see it being agitating if you're just wanting to experience a storyline that you get stuck playing.
Well, they have difficulty modes for it, and there's one that's like gentle. That maybe makes it easier. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I saw that it took out the white noise, which is almost pointless anyway.
Well, like. See, the thing about I think they're trying to do is they're trying to differentiate it from other visual novels by integrating action elements into the gameplay, and I think that works fine for the truth bullet part.
Yeah,
I think that's really unique. I think that's really cool. It's basically Phoenix Wright. You're shooting the evidence, and it's not hard to aim at them at all. And the white noise is blah blah blah. Who cares?
Yeah,
you can always go into bullet time. Doesn't really matter. Mm-hmm. But like the fucking Hangman game is stupid. The fucking sword game is stupid. The Tron snowboarding thing is stupid. The rhythm game at the end is fucking the worst.
Okay, the rhythm game threw me for a loop. I wasn't. The way they explain it and the way I'm used to playing rhythm games is you tap every circle,
Yeah.
like you have to tap.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that, and that got me defeated at first.
Guess what? This also fucked up everyone who played Danganronpa 1. Because in Danganronpa 1, you do tap them.
Oh, really?
And that's how I played it in 2. I was like, why do I keep failing this shit? I'm playing it just like I played in Danganronpa 1.
Yeah.
No, they fucking change it.
Yeah, you have to hold.
Yep, you have to hold the button and then let go on the rhythm.
Yeah, and
they changed. Why did they change it? I mean, it was dumb in both of the games.
Well, yeah, of course.
But
well, to me, that minigame's pointless because at that point, you know who the killer is.
Yeah.
You're ready to go. It's like, why am I doing this?
All the things that they're saying to like rebut your statements are just like, shut up, no, be quiet. They're telling you anything important about the story. It's just like words that don't matter.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. It's really no subtext to it.
And then the frame rate goes to shit.
Yeah,
for some reason, I don't know why the frame rate's so bad. It's on the fucking Vita. These are just words.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's very pointless and it's frustrating when you finally had spent all these hours getting this all done and you're having to do this dumb rhythm mini game, and why?
And then at the very end, like, I don't remember much of the trial.
Oh,
but
gosh.
We'll talk about the events of the murder when we get to the end of this, but we're talking about the trial aspects of the trial. At the very end, where it tells you get to choose the order of the words. Mm-hmm. This one screwed a bunch of people up because there's so many different combinations that make sense.
Yeah, it really does.
What was the first combination you picked?
Oh man,
you know what I picked?
What'd you pick?
On the meat bone.
Oh, when you actually win and you get the. I
picked on the meat bone because that made sense. That sort of made sense to me. Like it's on the. It's a bone that had meat on it, so I call it a meat bone in my head.
Okay.
So because the thing is, you're trying to. Say where the weapon was hidden.
Yeah,
and it's so obvious that the weapon was hidden inside the bone, inside the meat.
Right.
So you're saying, okay, you have to choose the order of the words. You get 4 words. You get on, you get meat, you get bone, and the. So you have to choose the right order of the words. I picked on the meat bone. I knew it was inside the bone and the meat, and it's like, nope, that's not right. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that not right? Because you didn't choose the right fucking order. So do you remember what you chose, or did you choose it right the first time?
I believe I did get it right the first time.
You fucking asshole.
No, it was something I just picked. I just saw the words, and I think I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it didn't really tell you.
And I think I just happened to hit it in the right sequence.
The actual sequence is meat
on the bone.
Meat on the bone, I think.
Yeah.
Which I think makes less sense than on the meat bone.
Yeah, I think I just got lucky with that one. Because I actually didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like, there's so many ways, like, bone on the meat or something.
Yeah, I mean, now that you say it, it does make more sense.
Yeah, it probably made more sense in Japanese, where it would be a specific order of characters or whatever.
You're probably right.
But in English, it doesn't fucking work because all those words work in many different orders.
Yeah.
And it said, nope, you're wrong. It wasn't on the meat bone. It was meat on the bone. Like I think meat on the meat bone makes more sense than meat on the bone because the meat wasn't the weapon. Your bone was the weapon.
Right. Oh man, the craziness in this game.
So stupid. Those minigames fucking suck. But after the bullet shooting thing, the second best part of those minigames is the manga parts.
Yeah, where you
have to put everything, which they changed from the first one because in the first game they gave you all the pieces.
Okay.
And you have to go through every panel and put them all in the right order, and some of them were like were tricks like red herrings, like you're not supposed to use those. In this one, they give you a selection to choose from.
Right.
And then after you finish that section, they give you a new selection.
I have 3 things that I did not like about it at first. Maybe it's just because I had to get used to it. Since it's a touchscreen, anytime I would try to move over a panel, it's so sensitive that I would move it too far and it keeps moving, and I would put a piece in the wrong place.
Okay. I don't remember. Sure.
That sensitivity got to me a little bit on that. The other thing that threw me off was there were some of the options they gave you that made sense to put in other places that would fit in 2 different places to me personally.
But a thing that they added in this game is they added text descriptions to describe.
Yeah, okay.
In the first game, I don't think they had text descriptions to describe what was happening in the picture.
That makes
I that's be kind of harder in the first game.
That would be an improvement. And I think the other thing that kind of threw me off was the selection. You only get 4, I think it is, at a time.
Yeah.
And maybe I just ran through the tutorial too quickly, but I kept panicking because I was like, none of these make sense. I'm like, where's the rest? Where's the rest of my choices?
Yeah.
But you don't get them until you actually
finish all of them.
That's how they changed it from the first game. And I didn't like it at first because I was confused, but once I figured it out and I went back and redid it, I actually found it very satisfying to get everything in the right spot, and it plays out perfectly.
And it's really my favorite parts of that game is whenever you complete it, it shows the manga summary, and plays the cool music, and the art style in the manga sections are so crazy and weird looking compared to the rest of the game.
Like Byakuya, the way he looks with the Sam Fisher goggles on, and that looked pretty neat, like a neat art style for him.
Like my favorite part is in the first game when Sayaka is the murderer. She looks like a crazy monster person, like a crazy serial killer in those pictures. It's great. So I actually really dig that, and I'm glad that you saved that and you can check them out. That's cool. It's really, those parts are probably my favorite parts of the game.
Yeah, plus it's a great summary of what happened. Leading up
I wish you had one like in front of us so we could talk about exactly what happened. In the murder.
Maybe next time. But those are definitely one of my favorite parts too, and I'm glad it's there.
So let's talk about this murder. So turns out it was,
well, technically,
So
okay,
tell me how this happens, how this gets revealed, because I don't forget.
They eventually find out based on where everybody's placed during the blackout that apparently there is a lamp plugged into the wall next to the storage room, and underneath the table they had found tape, the knife, and like a glowy kind of goop, I guess you could say, on the knife itself. So pretty much what that ended up being was a spot target, so they could see in the dark. Yeah,
that Byakuya painted it or something beforehand.
Well,
or was it the
it was the killer.
Oh, the supposed killer.
Yeah. Byakuya, however, we didn't mention this, had night vision goggles.
Yeah, in his other case.
In his case.
Yeah.
But also another thing I haven't mentioned was, why was Byakuya so prepared? Why did this even happen in the first place? Well, guess what? Someone had sent him a threatening letter that somebody was going to die for sure that night. Yep. So that's what set the events.
He wanted to have a party to keep an eye on everybody.
Exactly. He wanted to do this, make sure that the kill wouldn't happen, to keep his word. So he was way prepared. So when the lights went out, he threw on the night vision goggles from his little case. Yeah. It was like a detective case or something with a bunch of things to help out. I forgot, something like that. But anyway, he happened to notice underneath one of the tables, somebody was going in for, I believe, a knife.
Yeah.
And so Byakuya had crawled underneath the table, and the person that was going to make the kill had grabbed the cord from the lamp to fill his way.
Yes, I remember this now.
Over to the table.
Yeah.
So that way he he could
even though it's kind of dumb because like right behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
You just go backwards. It's not that hard.
Exactly. But apparently the knife had like a glowy substance, so he could actually see
it in
the
dark.
knife once he had gotten to the table.
Yeah.
And Byakuya had seen somebody going for that.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, we find out that it was all Nagito.
Yeah, Nagito. He's gonna kill him, right? Right? He's the killer.
Well, you would think so. It was all Nagito's plan originally, and
because he had the time to set it all up.
He's the one who set it up. The reason being is when he did the straws, he apparently wanted to be the one to go clean. So everyone
thought he was unlucky for being the one to clean, but that's the outcome he exactly wanted. He wanted to be the. He didn't plan out ahead of time. He didn't know which straw to pick. Oh. He just let it to his luck and hoped his luck would get him the right outcome he wanted. And guess what? He got exactly what he wanted.
And so he was able to prepare the knife. He was able to do all these things, all these great plans to
murder someone.
And why? Well, we'll explain that in a minute, I guess. It's about hope, but we'll get some more specifics. But anyway, so during the trial, you think you solve it and you blame Nagito, but the autopsy had revealed, from Mikan, that he actually was not the killer, even though he seemingly admitted to it. So how is that? Apparently the diameter of the weapon used to kill Byakuya was, I believe, too small of a piercing size compared to the knife that was found underneath by his body.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, now who could it be? Who could have actually had killed Byakuya?
Couldn't it have been Nagito?
No.
That's weird.
Huh, that's so strange. And so as the investigation continues, I believe, I'm trying to believe how it actually happens.
Something about a stove or something. I don't remember.
Stove.
Portable stove. I don't remember.
Oh, yes, I remember now. Apparently, there was a portable stove that had a light on it. Yeah. Which you don't have to have electricity. Because everybody was questioning, well, if it wasn't Nagito, how did this person see in the dark?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, the answer to that is this portable stove.
Which was in the kitchen.
Which, guess who was in the kitchen? Teruteru.
Oh, I thought you were say Vince McMahon, but okay.
No, maybe the next kill.
Okay.
But, but wait a minute. How could Teruteru have done this when he apparently, when the lights had gone out, based on Ibuki's good hearing, could hear him in the hallway?
Yeah.
How is that?
I don't know, man. Wouldn't someone be able to see the light in the hallway?
I know. You figure they could see that light, too. Well, guess what? All the little things added up. The fireproof door.
The door did it!
No.
Oh.
It helped. It helped, though.
Oh, it's an accomplice.
It's an accomplice in the murder. No, apparently fireproof door makes it where it shuts out all light.
Yep.
So there could be no light seen.
So no one could see Teruteru going through the hallway.
But wait a minute. We heard him echoing. How is that, though? Shouldn't he have been in the kitchen? Because didn't he say he stumbled his way from the kitchen, said there was a blackout in here, too? Surprise, surprise.
Uh-huh.
No, remember that part where we mentioned that there is a way to go underneath the cabin?
Oh, right.
And there,
with the floorboards.
Some of the floorboards were sticking up.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He was under the floorboards.
He was in the room, turns out.
He was in the room.
Yeah.
But
or under the room.
You could hear him echoing, sounding like he was actually in the room because
he was under the floorboards.
Under the floor where they were pulled up, and you
through the secret passage and the storage room.
Yup. And remember that missing skewer from that list?
You mean the one on the meat bone?
Yeah, on the meat bone. Well, come to find out, he originally had overheard Nagito wanting to commit this murder.
Uh-huh.
Because when he was in there cleaning, Teruteru was in there preparing, I believe, his food and stuff.
Yes.
And he pretty much caught Nagito. He caught him putting the knife under, I believe. And he pretty much confronted him, and Nagito admitted it.
Yeah, I'm going to totally kill.
I'm totally going to kill someone.
Be cool, man.
Yeah.
Hope.
Yeah, hope, man. So, in Teruteru's mind, originally how he comes across, he did it to save someone from getting killed. Yep. He had planned to kill Nagito to prevent him from killing someone.
What an idiot.
But guess what? Technically, he screwed himself by doing so.
You're not supposed to kill. I mean, you're supposed to kill someone to get off the island, but
he kind of went about it in a weirdly selfish way, I guess you could say.
He didn't kill the person he wanted to kill,
and he ended up stabbing Byakuya instead of...
And screwing everyone over by getting rid of their magnificent leader. Good job, Teruteru.
Yep.
Fuck you.
So, apparently the way it worked out was he had put on a cloth, I believe, to cover up his face and stuff as he went under there, and to prevent the blood from splattering on him.
Pink blood.
Yeah. And he had planned to, I believe, to go underneath, and whenever the glowy stuff on the knife was moved, he was going to stab upward to kill Nagito, because that would be his cue that Nagito had grabbed the blade to go murder someone.
Yes.
But Byakuya, being the person to try to prevent the murder, had put on the goggles to go intervene and had knocked Nagito out of the way. So when he knocked Nagito out of the way and he had grabbed the knife, he got stabbed instead.
Yep. Fuck you, Teruteru.
And, well...
Then we gotta vote for someone to do it.
So who's our killer?
Technically, Nagito didn't kill anyone.
No.
He meant to.
But it ended up being Teruteru because he's an idiot.
Teruteru was the only person to kill someone.
And this is the part where I kind of had a little bit more of a feeling for the character, because he pretty much wanted to get back and see his mom.
Yep.
They had a little
They were from like a small town and shit.
Yeah, they wanted to,
he wanted to become a super chef and shit.
Yeah.
Help his mom out.
And so then, the perverted, whiny guy turns into, like, the guy that's
super sympathetic.
Crying for his mama,
Yep.
just wants his mama.
Yeah.
But guess what? Monokuma is like, nope.
No, man, you kill someone, dog.
You're gonna die.
That's the rules, dog. You're an idiot. He was an idiot, because he shouldn't have killed anyone in the first place.
Yeah.
Because even if he did kill Nagito, he would still be the one to kill someone. He still would have, he would be in the same situation, except they would have their leader.
Yeah, and Nagito would be gone, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Because he would get found guilty,
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But guess what? Since he's the lucky student,
Yep.
that didn't happen.
And Nagito's still there, because he didn't kill anyone.
Yep, and guess what? And now he has apparently proclaimed to help with whatever murders may come, from what I
He's
gather.
like, yo, dude, come on, man, hope. You want to help me with hope? I'll murder whatever.
Yeah, and this hope he speaks of, pretty much by the ultimates. If they have ultimate despair, they can overcome and become even better ultimates.
Yes.
By finding hope.
Yes.
And Nagito apparently has like this weird heart-on for this.
And
I guess there's lack of a better word.
Hope, so good.
It really gets him. He's like, oh yeah, I want to give it to me
so
from
much
the
hope.
ultimates. It's like he's just really into it, and he wants to see it from them. And this is like the ultimate people to get it from.
Yeah.
So he's getting off to this.
Yeah. Also, Teruteru got fried.
Oh yeah, and Teruteru's death. Whenever you lose, obviously you gotta die, and
you
gotta die. And so it's really okay. This is the thing I love about the series.
Oh, God.
The deaths are so over the
They're
top.
so dumb.
He takes Teruteru, he ties him up, I believe, on a beach post, and he comes in a helicopter.
Yeah.
And just starts destroying him. You think with missiles, but it ends up being like
honey or something.
Honey or something. I forget what it is.
It's probably like batter or something.
Yeah, some kind of batter. And so he grabs him.
It takes him to the volcano.
In the helicopter on a hook, and he flies over a fucking volcano.
So he can fry.
He deep fries this dude into a volcano. It's like, really? That is a way to go.
Apparently, the theme is like whatever Monokuma is whatever food Monokuma is imitating or whatever is considered like a commoner's dish. Like a very simple dish to prepare. It's something that the ultimate chef would never make himself.
Oh, okay.
So they turn Teruteru into some very common food instead of something awesome
I didn't catch that. That's
and like
cool.
gourmet or whatever.
That's pretty neat.
It's still dumb as hell.
Dumb.
I think all of the executions, all the Danganronpa games are fucking dumb, and people play them up so much. Oh my god, the execution, that part, that thing is like. It's stupid. They're not even violent.
Well, no, that's what I like. Well, see, that's what I do like about it is that they can do something so grotesque, seemingly on paper, but visually, it's just for the looks.
Like,
there's no actual.
The worst one, which you might have not seen because this might not be in the anime, is in Danganronpa 1 when Kirigiri accuses Makoto or whatever. Of being the one to kill the person or whatever. In the game, if you choose to tell the truth and out Kirigiri as having the key to the room or whatever, everyone votes for Kirigiri, and you see a Kirigiri execution.
Really?
Where it's the same as Makoto's, where he's in the little desk or whatever.
Yes.
And the thing comes down, but the thing does come down and it kills her. It is probably the most. It doesn't really show anything, but the noise she makes when she gets crushed is really gross.
Wow. Okay. No, I have not.
You should look that up.
I just need to look that part up.
That's the bad ending. That's the first ending I got because Phoenix Wright always told me you should always tell the truth, but the truth got Kirigiri killed. So I was like,
okay.
Oh, Phoenix Wright betrayed me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting. I'm wondering if
you should go after you finish 2. You should maybe go back and play 1.
I think I might need to.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty neat.
It's pretty
actually. But yeah, first chapter, and that's just the beginning.
Hell yeah!
Apparently, there's 5 more trials
so.
to go. 5 more chapters.
Yep, there are 6 chapters in all.
And
they get longer and longer as they go, man.
So I'm in for a treat. Apparently,
you are in for a hell of a ride.
Yeah,
and I cannot wait to discuss the rest with you.
I will love to, and I can honestly say, a visual novel doesn't come across as something I thought I would want to dive into just so immediately.
Like you only played like the first Phoenix Wright game, right?
Yeah, I've only played the first Phoenix Wright game, which is surprising to me because I did enjoy the game.
Yeah,
and
you didn't play any others.
Yeah, and I haven't played the others, but I've heard from you how great they are. I've heard from other fans how fantastic they are, and this game right here, if I'm ever going to want to get back into Phoenix Wright, this is the series to make me want to do that, I think. But I've never found a game, a visual novel, that's so meaty that I actually don't want to put it down and I want to continue. Because the storyline, to me, has potential to be like a storyline of the year almost. Because it's just so over the top and dumb and crazy, and I want to know more.
It ties into Danganronpa 1 so well, though. So
see, and
since both of them technically came out this year, I would count them all as one story.
Okay, and see, that's what gives me enough reason to want to finish, because I like I said, I enjoyed the twist at the end of the first Danganronpa.
Sure.
And I figured there would be more just based on how it ended. And it's good to know that you're telling me that it will tie in a little bit with the first game.
Yeah.
Or more with the first game. Because it made me think I'd be kind of disappointed if they did in some ways.
There will be Danganronpa games. There is so much Danganronpa stuff out there in Japan only. There's a bunch of novels and stuff. There's a novel about Kirigiri when she's in school or whatever. I think there's a new novel coming out talking about all the Danganronpa 1 kids in their day at the schools or whatever.
And of course, you mentioned that Japanese-only shooter game.
Yeah, there's another episode, which there's so many, probably a million spoilers out there right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm trying to avoid really hard.
Yeah.
I was very surprised I was able to get to Danganronpa 2 with, I don't think I got spoiled for any of that shit.
And and of course, going to the conventions and stuff, I would like to not be spoiled. So I would.
PAX South, there's gonna be so many Danganronpa 2. It's probably no one that's gonna cosplay Danganronpa 2 at PAX South.
Well, you might be shocked. You never know. But I would like to finish it before our next big convention, because I don't want to get spoiled, because that's one of the reasons to come to a visual novel type game is for the storyline.
Yeah, even if you do get spoiled, like there's so much content, and the novel, visual novel is so dense that even if like Junko is the mastermind, you're not going to know how it happened or why it happened until you actually play the game.
The intrigue is finding out, and that's what.
Like you don't even know when it's going to happen. It could happen any moment, man.
Well, see, if I would have found out whoever one of the characters are in the second one is the main villain, may it not be Nagito, per se.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I would like to know how it got to that point, because to me, right now, I didn't expect Nagito, and to me, he's the main villain right now.
Oh, man, Nagito's so
But guess what? I might be thrown for a loop and wait a minute, how did it get to that point?
Oh, man, Hajime, he's really Virgil's son. He's come to kill everyone so he can claim the power of Sparta. Or something dumb like that.
Sure, maybe the 4 Devas of Destruction are behind
they did
all.
They did it. Yep. They hamsters. They pooped. No, it's
everything.
Nekomaru. He wanted to poop so bad he had to kill everyone.
There you go. Maybe Nekomaru. Yeah, maybe he just takes a big shit on that bomb in the center of the island, which we never talked about, by the way.
Oh right.
I don't know what's up with that. Really.
You might not even know it's a bomb. You don't know what it is, man.
It seems like a bomb.
It
Or
looks
something.
like
There's some kind of countdown.
It's a countdown, man. You don't know,
but
man.
Who knows? He might take the biggest, loudest shit and disrupt the whole thing, for all I know. But yeah, apparently I got a lot of game to look forward to.
yeah, you do, dog.
I got probably a good 20+ hours of my life to maintain. So
when's your next vacation?
Well, not for a while.
Oh,
but you know what? Hopefully on my days off I can get this done.
All right, man.
Well, it was fun, man.
Yeah, this is a great thing. Hopefully I'll be able to put this together and put it up on Tumblr. Maybe someone will listen to it. I don't know.
Well, hopefully, and
it doesn't really matter.
Don't take us, too seriously. We're just, I guess a couple.
I just wanted to talk about Danganronpa with another human being.
Yeah, I mean, if we have our opinions. If you, have something different, that's fine. But this is just an impression of, what we got. So.
Just go watch Dagon Wrestling on YouTube.
So
Dagon Wrestling on Tumblr.com. Look it up. It's great. You don't have to like wrestling to just have to like Danganronpa.
There you go.
And it'll be great. It'll be good stuff. All right.
Take it from me.
Anyway, Daniel. That was part 1 of our Danganronpa 2 spoiler cast. Hopefully we'll be able to record another one. Hopefully this won't get destroyed or corrupted or something, and I'll be able to put this up.
All right.
And we'll do another one. Maybe after chapter 2. Maybe after you beat the whole game.
Maybe so. Maybe I might just have to put in parts. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna hit the stop button and bye.
Bye.
Something about despair and hope. Monokuma. I don't want to press the stop button.
Stop it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.